Me want my dad, give me to my wee, wee. Me want my dad, give me to my wee. Me want my dad, give me to my wee, wee.
No.
Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
Is your name Lenny, or what's your full name?
Lennox Mervyn Paul.
Lennox Mervyn Paul, the first. Did you just add that bit in? Makes you sound like royalty.
Yeah. Well,
That was
Love
difficult to find you. That was mad crazy. I've been hunting and hunting.
really?
Yeah.
Well, hey, I've been around Facebook. If you like I said, I've met you and
But
Facebook.
since
Instagram.
January, I sent you a request.
Yeah, but that way I'm.
Oh,
Since January.
all right.
really? Have
But
you
that-
ghosted him?
But to be fair, to be fair, honestly, it's one of those sort of things I periodically look at friend requests.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if I don't know, because
Yeah, you're like, who's this guy?
Yeah.
Shady. Everyone thinks that about Cedric, don't they, Cedric?
Am I shady?
Shady guy.
Did you
no, I was just
did you say I'm shady?
Yeah.
your team. No,
I'll let it come. You gotta stick up for me. Then.
yeah, no, I will do that because again, I mean, everything to go in contact them when you seem to know my wife from somewhere. I don't know where. But,
Yeah.
but I've been in Ipswich for the last sort of 20 years. So
20 years.
I came back in 2002, I think.
Yeah.
What do you mean came back?
Came back from where?
Well, I was teaching in London
Right.
after the games and stuff, and mum and dad, I was born in Ipswich, so mum and dad were here, and then you know what? All of a sudden, your parents get old,
Yeah.
and I looked, and me being that wandering soul, because I left here in October 1974. I joined the army
Wow.
in October 1974, and if you do the math, that's like 40 odd years.
A few years ago.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
a few years ago.
And so I was like the prodigal son.
Okay.
The rest of my family, my brother's in Atlanta, my sister's in Washington,
Oh, wow.
another brother in London, but they all got families.
Yeah.
And I was like the playboy of the...
Not ready for all that mature stuff.
But to be fair, the army, because I went in the army at such a young age, it kind of dehumanised me from sort of
Yeah.
reality.
It's very like, institutionalized. It's
Yeah. And especially, that's the first time I knew how black I was when I joined the army.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah. It was crazy. But
I can't imagine.
She can't take that.
no. But only because they kept telling me I was black.
But
Yeah.
is that because you were a minority?
Yeah, but the thing is, they kept reminding me. I
Oh,
don't
really?
know why.
Lovely.
You know what I mean? Because every time I looked in the mirror, I thought, I ain't changed.
Yeah.
You're still black.
I'm just who I am. Exactly. Yeah.
But I started off as a musician, you know.
No.
Did you?
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
No.
Go on. What did you play?
Percussions. I was a percussionist.
Oh.
What? So drums, anything that
Yeah.
shakers,
Shakers.
bit of tambourine?
Bit of piano, bit of sax.
How about
Wow.
still band or?
Yeah. No, not still. See, again, not the steel band. Again, because it's military, so...
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, so you're doing this in the military?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, 15 and a half, 16. Yeah. That's my first post in Nella Hall, London. First time away from home.
Wow.
Lovely.
Yeah, and then...
Did you pay rent?
Not in the army.
And then, for some unknown reason, they kind of said, your musicianship's good, but you're not concentrating enough.
Okay.
But that's only because the reason was because I was very sporty.
Yeah.
I played football and I trialled for Arsenal and...
Wow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so
So they were seeing that you were more talented in that area.
In that
Well,
area.
no, at that time I didn't even know how talented I was.
Oh, really?
Because you remember, this is the 70s.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, they didn't
People
have this
don't
talent.
really do
No,
that.
they didn't. I mean,
They don't put you as an individual. They just kind of like,
Yeah.
there you go. You're
There
in
were-
that box. You're in that box.
Yeah.
There were a lot of black people around 70s.
yeah, but again, it was, but they were,
I don't
like my
think
parents.
there were
My
no-
parents wanted me to work, innit? Bring money in.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That was it. Go to the factory. And this education system was exactly the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was. I passed my 11 plus. I was supposed to have gone to a grammar school,
Right.
Northgate.
Yeah.
But my parents didn't really understand the educational system.
Right.
plus it was a journey from Whitton, because I'm a Whitton boy.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
Not too far.
Shout
Not
out to
too far.
Whitney.
It's a bike ride.
Shout out to
Yeah.
I'm a Whitton boy, so, but they didn't really understand the education system. So they thought a school is a school is a school.
Yeah.
But obviously, as we grow up and we go on, schools are not all what they are all made out to be. I mean, especially back in those days, they
suit some people.
Well,
Some
again,
people. If you're a sit-down academic writing, if that's the sort of person you are.
Yeah, but the thing was, because, dare I say, all we saw was, because I wanted to be an actor, believe it or not.
Oh, okay.
Very cool.
So many things, isn't
Yeah,
it?
I really wanted to be an actor.
Wow.
Because I played the Outfit Dodger at high school.
Did you?
Yeah, and my English teacher was absolutely, that was my
So
thing.
you had some inspiration in school and you thought, this is
English.
what I want to do.
Yeah, but...
So sorry, Lenny. Please, can you? Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
So you wanted to be an actor.
Yeah.
And then you decided after school, getting your grades and things, that you were going to go. What did you do immediately after school?
I went
you
straight
went
to the
straight
army.
into the army.
Yeah.
Straight to the army.
So why I'm not going to be an actor anymore? Why?
Well, again, the thing was, because there wasn't any inspirations or even somewhere how...
No avenues to
point you in that direction. I mean,
Yeah,
acting
yeah.
school.
How are your parents then? How did they take it then?
What, going in the army?
No, finding out that you wanted to be an actor.
Well, again, because your parents, bless them, and I love them, Sam and Maeve, the fact is, that's because we were the first generation.
Right.
Born in England, first generation.
Okay.
So their mindset was the fact is, and bless my dad, he was only going to be here for a few years,
Okay.
then go back to Guyana, where my parents are from.
Okay.
Go back. That was his mindset. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what he thought.
Yeah, because he left Guyana. He's like, and he could have been a first class cricketer as well. He left there to come to work as an engineer.
Yeah.
But obviously back in the 50s, when you come, and I don't know how he managed to come to Ipswich. And again, he was the first man of colour or black man in Ipswich. Yeah. But he came, couldn't get a job.
No. They tell you the streets are paved with gold.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're going to get this, you're going to get
Yeah.
that. It's very different, I think, when people arrive to here.
Absolutely.
It wasn't
It's kind
really
of like
what they expected.
American Dream or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it was. I mean, and bless her. I mean, I'm so patriotical towards the Queen. The Queen was the Queen of the world.
Yeah.
And at that stage, there, you know what I mean? They were all, everybody in the Caribbean. That was it. You know what I mean? England was England, and didn't realize how cold it was. And this we're talking about the 50s.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can imagine that was a contrast.
But before then,
You come in here in your flip-flops, it's
before
going
we
to be
get
cold.
in there, El, before we get in there,
Yeah.
let's say shout out to your dad.
Yeah.
Because today is
Father's
Day.
Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speak up to
So
that.
to all the dads, shout out to all the dads.
honestly,
Happy
yeah.
Father's
Shout out to
Day
them.
and have a great day.
All the
absolutely.
dads out there,
Definitely.
shout out to him.
Yeah.
Because without him, we couldn't.
We wouldn't have you.
Yeah.
And you're absolutely right. And it wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
So, no, again, it was one of those sort of things where he left there, left my I mean, and the thing is, I didn't even get the chance to see my grandparents. Can you
No.
imagine? You know what I mean?
No, I can't.
No,
No.
it's hard. You know, and bless her, she died before we did, and you know what I mean? It was one of those sort of things where I've got a whole new life, a whole new pathway, which I'm trying to research
Now, yeah, 'cause you can.
family tree back back in South America.
All these people that you've never met.
No, absolutely.
Or been able to grow up with and have a life with.
Yeah.
Yeah, that you've got this, they're all family.
Family,
They're all blood.
It is,
Yeah.
it is. And as you get older, you realise that family is so important.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
it's
you
the
know,
most
you-
important
yeah,
thing, I
yeah,
think, in
it is.
everyone's, that's it. That's what keeps you together.
Yeah.
That's, you know, my granddad, he had 9 kids.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and he said, and he was a minor, and
9
he was
kids.
a minor. He was a minor, and they had no money, but he was the richest man up north
Yeah.
All right.
because he had all his family.
Yeah, no,
And
absolutely.
he also, it's the most important thing. It's
Funny
family.
enough, old people, they used to have big families.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And nowadays, we
That's
all,
contraception.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
And being a Catholic.
yeah.
Contraceptions.
My wife's
Yeah,
a Catholic.
time has changed.
Time has changed.
Really?
Yeah,
time's
we're in Rome,
changed.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So yeah, obviously contraception wasn't around till the
Right, no,
60s.
Yeah.
No.
And
Even
then,
50s.
And if you were Catholic, then you don't believe in contraception. So.
Right, yeah. So your
Times have
journey then.
changed.
Yeah.
So we've diverted.
Yeah.
Again, no, well, it's life.
Yeah, it's life.
Life is like that because
That's right.
to be fair, this is like my life because I've diverted so many places.
Exactly.
I took so many chances. So yeah, go.
So if that's what something happens and
But
you go on one direction.
Going back to your to being a being in the army.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then you deciding to say, you know what, I'm playing music in there.
Well, they decided for me.
They decided for you.
So what did you decide?
Yeah.
You joined up, and what did you decide?
Right, so I joined up. So I went with the flow.
Yeah,
So what they did was they shipped me off to
I like that. Went with the flow.
they shipped me off to a place called Oswestry,
Yeah.
which
Okay.
was the junior leaders. I've never seen so much sheep in my life.
Is this in Wales or something?
Yeah, Wales. Sheep and hills, honestly.
Yeah, there are a lot.
So
yeah.
I could still do my musicianship,
Okay.
but I was an infantry soldier.
Oh, okay.
Okay, scary.
Scary. Well, I said I didn't know what an infantry soldier was.
Yeah.
I just went with the flow again.
Okay.
Give us a
Yeah.
brief. Give us a brief. Explain a little bit more.
Right. So every battalion, there was 3 battalions at a time. An infantry
Yeah.
soldier, basically, they're your frontline soldiers.
Yeah.
You Northern Ireland, any skirmishes like paratroopers there now. So any conflicts,
Yeah.
you send your battalion in first of infantry soldiers, and
Yeah.
you go from there. So
Okay.
They're at the front.
they're
They're the ones, if something's going to happen, it's likely to happen to them. Yeah.
I know I'm going to ask this.
They're your crash test dummies.
yeah.
Really? Didn't they put
I mean,
black people first in there?
No.
No, but to be fair,
Everyone. There were a
to
lot
be
of-
fair,
lot of men.
that's why I wear my hat because that's why I put British Army on there because
Yeah.
and a veteran because every time you say what I was in the army, they say what army?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
right.
Because the colour of it. No, I said so. I got so sick of it, so that's why I wear my hat.
Oh, my goodness.
I put British Army.
Bloody, really?
Yeah, seriously.
Oh,
Honestly, and we're
That's
sort of talking
crazy.
about that, but we'll go back before I diverse a little bit more in there. So yeah, so they sent me to Oswestry.
Yeah.
But then I was a really good footballer.
Right.
Yeah.
So I played football, junior leader played football. Then
Yeah.
in 1976, after all our basic training,
Yeah.
all firing of weapons and running for about 20 miles and all
Shin
the
splints.
yeah, all the shouting and
Yeah.
you can't do that. Why
Let's
can't
make
you?
sure you're a man,
Yeah,
that you're
yeah.
strong, as they
Yeah.
say.
They sent me off to Cyprus. My first posting was in Cyprus in 1976.
That's a dream, right?
That's a hello.
Yeah, it was.
dream location.
Hello.
Absolutely, it was.
Cyprus, that's sunny as well.
I think, to be fair, it's probably better now if you get sent there. There's not really a lot going on at the
there's not.
moment.
Yeah,
But
no,
yeah,
yeah.
good post.
But as I said, 1976.
Yeah.
Yeah, a few more things going on. A few
Yeah,
more
right.
things
A
happening.
lot of things going on.
Yeah.
I joined my battalion, and I was one of the first kind of a black man in there.
Wow.
But the only reason I
Okay.
went there,
I know how it feels. I remember apartheid.
but the only reason I went there is because I played football.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But my welcoming committee, dare I say, was
Is that an understatement?
yeah. And there was normally you fly, you land in,
Yeah.
you get on the back of a truck, then you report to the guard room.
Yeah.
Right.
And so with my buddies, you know what I mean, who we go through training with.
Yeah.
Anyway, so landed, drove out there, stopped off this guard room, and like every good soldier, you have to line up in front. So the provost sergeant. Now this provost sergeant, I won't mention his name.
Yeah.
But he was the biggest thing I'd ever seen in my life. Yeah, I mean, bigger than I am now. And I'm like this. But he's big. I mean,
Yeah.
he was talking to me and his tongue was doing press-ups. Honestly.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he walked along the line and he stopped at me and he goes, how did you get here?
Yeah, lovely.
And I went,
Under the
I
clock?
understood. I'm not silly and I'm quite educated. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I kept my mouth quiet and he goes, how did you get here? I said, well, I woke up this morning and I got on a plane, and I think we flew about 6,000, maybe 6,000 or 4,000 miles.
Yeah.
And I'm here now
Yeah. With everyone else.
with everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He goes, he took this bump me in my stomach,
What?
Oh my goodness.
and he says,
Crazy.
I didn't mean that. I mean, how did you get here? But there's a few
So
more.
he punched you.
Yeah. There's a few more words in between.
Okay.
But we won't put them on the radio.
Right.
Yeah. So I looked at him. I thought, you can't be doing it. And this time I'm looking for my mum.
Oh, yeah, it was that bad. Were you like holding back the tears?
Because we had to. I mean, back in those days, and the army was that way of that institution where it was one of those things where there were bullies.
You could be quite physical.
Yeah.
You could get in someone's face and shout at them.
So they will tell you straight if kind of like they don't. They don't feel you.
No, they didn't.
Yeah.
And they didn't. It wasn't, and it was one of those sort of things where my first experience of being away from home.
Yeah.
Scared.
And how old were you?
16 and a half, 17.
What, when you went over to Cyprus?
Yeah.
God, you must have been terrified.
Scary.
Yeah, well, again,
And probably thinking like you said, I want my mum.
but the thing was what was quite surprising, and even when I reflect back, my parents' journey must have been exactly the same.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they left Guyana and they spent 6 weeks on a boat.
Right.
Yeah.
Then they went to Italy, and then came to Britain through there. So you know what I mean. So so for
still
me,
as intimidating.
So for myself, I'm thinking, well, this can't be. Couldn't be happening. You know, I thought it was because you hear about trying to fit in. You hear about being a part of a team.
Yeah.
But hey, anyway. So he called me up and pointed in the direction where all the barracks was, and then just went from there. But the thing
Did he
was,
get better with time? Did you still know this guy? Or?
Well, that will come later on.
Yeah.
But I want to know this.
But the thing about it was, because I didn't want them to. First of all, if I'd got locked up, you would even got even more beating at that time. Because even if I wanted to run away,
you just can't retaliate.
No,
Yeah.
I wanted to run away. I mean, and bless the army was a lot of guys because they'd just come back from Aden and all the war there, but they were very ignorant at the time. There, I don't care what they were ignorant. You know what I mean? They ruled by this.
Yeah.
Whoever was the hardest got all the strikes.
And it's a power trip.
Yeah, absolutely.
Isn't it?
You know what I mean? And so we as junior leaders and coming in, which a little bit of it, you know what I mean? So
it's like, let's see how much they can take.
Yeah.
Let's see how far we can push them.
it. Yeah.
That's crazy though, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Well, it is. But that was the mentality of it. You know,
Survival of the fittest, really.
Yeah, because it was like me. I soon learned to, because if you ask a question like, "Why are you running over that hill?"
Yeah.
When we can go around it.
Yeah.
So.
You can't ask that.
But I did get that but I didn't get that until we went to Ireland and stuff like that. But as soon as you start asking them questions, you can get promoted.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you're showing that you're like intrigued and and you're.
So I cotton on, you know what I mean? So it's like everything else in the room, you know what I mean? You look around,
Takes a minute.
Which pathway can I go? You know what I mean? And but plus I played football, so it was absolutely, I was taking him straight away.
Yeah.
So I was their boy, nobody else's boy, but I was their boy. So
And so it didn't take long for you to become part of like the family.
700 guys, you know what I mean? 750 guys, I was their only guy, you know what I mean? Played football, gone from there, so, you know what I mean? Scored a lot of goals and so
By doing that, did you get respected though?
Yeah, and yes and no. But again, I think one of these sort of things is where you have to earn it.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean? See, the thing is, like everything else there now, like your show or everything else, to be the best,
right?
That's the way I wanted to be respected by.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
you don't have to say anything.
No.
Or you just, your actions will.
Yeah.
You'll just be.
So my
be the
mindset was,
best.
I want to be the best.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, it drummed into my head from our parents.
Yeah.
The fact is that no one gives you any hard work. No one gives you a second chance.
Yeah.
But if you want that, if you want to succeed, just keep working.
Yeah.
You knew there's going to be obstacles.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Of course.
it's like everything else. If you tell me I can't move that battle, I'll ask you why.
Right.
Exactly, yeah. You're
True.
inquisitive, and I think questioning things, some people are like that in life.
Yeah.
Some people just accept it.
Yeah.
That's the way it is, and I don't know. I don't need to know how this works, how that was made. Some people
That's
question,
right.
Yeah.
how did this happen? How did they get this like this?
Absolutely.
Why are we here? What
Yeah.
you
But
know?
the thing
and you're
is,
obviously one of those
Yeah,
people.
yeah, no.
You need
what
to
kind
know.
of, what bosses they needed to if you question things.
Yeah.
But
Do
again,
they take it?
what you realise is when you're in an establishment and them guys have been there forever, so you're new. you're like a new kid on the block.
They know nothing about you.
No,
either.
they don't know nothing about me. They don't know what I can do. You know what I mean? You just joined a part of a team,
Yeah.
Right.
and that was it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So my in was because
Yeah.
I played football. So
Yeah.
as soon as I played football, I had 11 guys, which were brilliant, or 12 guys that looked after me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Nice.
yeah, that really took me under their wing, and I'm still friends with them there now. You know what I mean? They look after me, and we played
Brilliant,
army
yeah.
football.
So
We won a lot of medals.
How many black people were there then?
Well, at that time, like I said, I've been the first. It must have been about 2, 3.
Well, over in Cyprus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a
Crazy.
historian, you remember?
Yeah.
And he was telling us
About Ipswich.
about Ipswich and how many black people were here
Yeah.
in Ipswich.
Yeah.
And we were shocked to
Yeah,
know.
absolutely. I mean, it's. But the thing is, and that's what I blessed my dad for. He must have gone through stuff, but I came back after a while from the army, my first couple of years in the army, and I said, how come you didn't tell me there were horrible people in the world? I wouldn't say racist.
In the world.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I would, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I did, you know what I mean. Why didn't you tell me? You know what I mean. But he said, look, there's nice people and there's good people,
Yeah.
and bad people. Sorry.
Yeah.
And you'll find your
just
way.
gotta learn
You know what I
it.
mean. And he didn't want me to. He didn't want me to say that everybody was against you
No.
or not against you or stop you from doing something.
You've got to
or-
figure it
Yeah,
out.
you have to figure it out.
Yeah,
You have
because
to-
I guess if he's going to say, "Oh, look, there were really awful people in the
Yeah.
world," you're always then nervous,
And-
rather than giving people a chance.
Yeah.
Like, you know, at least
And
you're
being
giving
in,
people
being
a
in
chance.
Ipswich, honestly, I said when I left Ipswich, I didn't know, as I said at the beginning, I didn't know how black I was.
No.
Because
Right,
we
yeah.
grew up together. I was a Whittam boy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everybody's door was open. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody's door was open. White,
Yeah,
black.
yeah.
If you're hungry, if I played with Billy, and Billy always had good tea anyway.
Yeah.
Shout out to
You know what I mean? He didn't like the sandwiches. Like I said, but,
Yeah.
but you know what I mean. So everybody's door was open.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it was a very, very good community, and that was always my spirit. Always has been.
Definitely.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Walking down Shakespeare Road with a 5-gallon oil can. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know,
And
that's-
the
that's a
thing is,
really-
it's more like if anyone's gonna break your trust, then they've lost it.
yeah,
Give them it
that's-
to begin with. You
yeah.
know, be open
Yeah.
and be
Yeah.
be
Yeah,
yourself.
so-
And you've gone with that open mind and gone,
Yeah.
hang on a minute.
That's
I
it,
didn't realise
yeah.
people were like this.
No,
Like, what-
no,
what's
exactly.
going on
not,
here?
not for the colour of your skin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Crazy.
If I tell you something,
If you're an idiot,
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
But like,
You know what I mean? Yeah,
don't
you
just
know-
treat me like that because
you
of the
know
way I
what I
look.
yeah.
Yeah.
I remember going to Scotland. Some of the Scot. How do you wash? How do you wash your hair? You know what I mean? It's weird.
It's crazy. But it's like, it's just ignorance. And,
Yeah,
it's,
and
and I
again-
don't mean that in a nasty way to people. It's just like, it's lack of education.
Yeah,
People
it
are,
is, it
people
is.
are ignorant because, you know, you talk about, did you say Scotland?
Yeah.
Yeah, like when you're up north, there, you know, less people
Black-
of
yeah,
any colour.
yeah.
And,
In
you know, I
Scotland.
grew up not one black person in my school. I think there was a Chinese boy and his parents owned the Chinese.
Yeah.
Like literally, you know,
It is, and
as the further north you got, the less
Me
culture.
coming from Africa to go to Scotland, I wouldn't survive.
No,
You
it's
would,
different
but-
now.
but-
World's
no,
changing.
but
Like-
the thing was, they were friendly as well.
Yeah.
Again, it's inquisitiveness. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
it's that
Because-
lack of like,
be-
oh, someone different.
Yeah.
You know?
And to be fair, they're the most friendliest people, like the Geordies and.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Why I man, big up to all my family up north in County Durham.
Well, I got my daughter up there at the moment.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. But like I said, the first black Geordie I ever spoke to, I couldn't believe.
Yeah, weird. You didn't imagine that accent coming out of his mouth, but I'm sure you didn't imagine an Ipswich accent coming out of
I
yours.
didn't understand when she tried to explain to me all the accents.
Yeah, yeah.
We did
Yeah,
a
yeah.
session
Up
about
north, yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And I couldn't.
Through, just in such a small
I even
country, all the
struggled
different
to go
accents,
to-
all the
yeah.
different dialects, crazy.
Struggled
Yeah.
to go to Manchester.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
couldn't hear him. But then you in the army, music, and
Back, and then into football.
football.
Yeah.
And
But
now
I played football, cricket, rugby, everything.
Everything.
Yeah, everything.
What a cool thing that the army offer to
Yeah,
people.
absolutely.
Like, that's insane. So you're doing your job, but
Yeah.
actually, are they giving you, how much time do they give you for sport?
Well, again, this is what them lot. I was in the army for 22 years.
Yeah.
But them lot seem to think I spent 22 years in tracksuit. But
Jesus Christ.
I didn't. After we left Cyprus,
Yeah.
then you go. They always give you a tour of. Well, I say we went to Ireland, Northern Ireland.
Yeah.
So I spent 2 years in Northern Ireland.
Right.
Now, I have never been so frightened in my life.
Really?
I was only 18,
Yeah.
18 and a half, 19, yeah. I spent my 21st birthday over there.
Why was it frightening?
Whoa, people got killed and shot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
but
quite a good reason.
Even now, there's a lot going on in Northern Ireland. isn't
Yeah,
there?
but again, it's like everything else. What we don't know
Yeah.
and whatever the media puts out, because
Yeah.
I've got a lot of good friends who married Catholic girls and Irish girls, so you know what I mean. It's people trying to live, and again, I think
Yeah.
because the world and where dare I say, it's so complex
Yeah.
over there. You know what I mean?
You
And
can't-
and again, it's how you bring up your kids.
It's
Again,
points
you've
of view as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's how you bring up your
It's
kids.
how you bring up
That's
your
right,
children.
yeah.
And-
Because they only know what they've been told by
Absolutely,
their parents.
yeah.
And if you've got a view that maybe is inaccurate
yeah.
What
or an
about-
opinion on someone,
What about the influence then?
that is
pressure.
it.
Well,
Yeah.
again, everything. Like, as I said, I'm
Yeah.
teaching this before I jump ahead to the school. Everything begins at home.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because my father could have put this blind side of me, that all white people.
Yeah.
Because remember, when I was growing up, I didn't see no black role models on the TV. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Mookie Barker, you know what I mean? And everything that was, and then everything that was good,
Yeah.
everything was good that was white.
Yeah.
Everything that was bad, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The cowboy, because I love cowboy films, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the bad man was
Always
always
brown.
yeah,
Always
oh,
brown.
dressed in black.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No, it was.
No, it was, I wouldn't say the American Indians were black. Though. I'd say they were more like a brown skin. Yeah.
No, but they were black. They were dressed in black.
Yeah, dressed in black.
Dressed in
Like,
black.
no, that- like
Yeah,
a-
yeah.
Yeah.
Anything that was
known
good,
as evil or-
yeah.
yeah.
Everything and
Anyone who steals, yes, black.
yeah, and to be fair, so as you said, wanted to be. We didn't see no role models.
No.
Correct.
I didn't see any role models.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You didn't see that you could be a doctor, that you could be. And I mean, obviously
Yeah.
in America it's completely different, but even they were going through their troubles in the 60s and stuff.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? So I think athletics and a lot of my friends like Linford and saw athletic or like even Chris Eubank or
Yeah, of
and all
course.
always saw sport because it was a level playing field.
Yeah.
That's right.
No
yeah.
one could judge you.
Something give you
No one could,
Definitely.
yeah, no one could take anything away from
Yeah.
you. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
You know what I mean? So that was it. If you went in the boxing ring, it was just facing there, and then it
That's
was
it.
your ability.
Yeah.
smash that opponent.
You're
Yeah.
judged on your ability and nothing else.
Nothing else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So even if you want to get promoted, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know you're good enough, but they always find something there to,
Do it really?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they always find something there.
But then, Lenny, saying that, knowing that as you're explaining it, you're good enough.
Yeah.
And don't you think there will be somebody else who will say, "Oh, we cannot let this person to be as good as he's supposed to be."
Nah, but again, see, society is funny because the thing is, for me,
Yeah.
when they told me I wasn't good enough, I would say, why?
Oh,
Good.
you question.
Yeah.
See, I would say, why? All right, so if I can't move this bottle,
Yeah.
help me how to move it.
Yeah.
Right.
Show me how.
Show me how.
How can I be better?
And you can't deny you that.
No.
You know what I mean? They can't deny you that.
Yeah.
No, whatever,
brilliant.
and that's
Yeah.
for everything in life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I said, if you want to be a great athlete or stop there or everything you do, you say, oh, show me how to do it.
Yeah.
I
Definitely.
mean, okay, I'm not that good there now, but as I said, if I want to go to the moon, okay,
Yeah.
I can't go to the moon, but show me how to
How
get
could
there.
I? Yeah. What are the steps?
Well,
That's a good way to approach it, though, isn't
Yeah,
it?
but
Yeah,
that
it's really
honestly,
good.
yeah, that's all I've been doing all my life.
Oh, really?
So, as you've known from my resume or CV, I've done so many things.
Hey,
Yeah.
but your CV, man. Did you see?
Cool.
Did you see? I sent you the CV.
You
isn't
did.
it?
Yeah.
Yo, man, that's like
It's crazy.
But, yeah, and
Crazy.
I've always been like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think, what I fancy doing today.
I want to try this.
Yeah, I want to try it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I've been a Crown Court supervisor.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to know about the law and our British justice system. I can see why now. I will not get caught up in it.
No.
And that's why I try to teach the youngsters because, again, if you do get caught, it's one of the biggest things, hardest things to get off. It's a
Once you're in it.
hamster wheel.
Yeah,
You know
it
what I mean?
is.
Yeah.
And then for people to give you a chance,
Yeah.
you have to get.
It's not
there.
just this country.
Nah,
That's in every
yeah, but-
country.
yeah,
Once you're
absolutely.
in that system.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Because there's a lot of we spoke about the gatekeepers. Some people, deny you opportunities.
Yeah.
And seeing you because you are that good,
Yeah.
but they know that we
If
can't
you've done
do it.
this in your
no,
life,
again,
then actually.
you just have to be patient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Patience is the thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
It really is. And that's like,
Consistence as well.
and that's for me, and that's even like being in love, man. Because
Oh,
You know what I
hello.
mean?
Patience.
Yeah, no, I mean, as I said, I've always imagined being married and in love and
Yeah.
you know, romantic. 'Cause
Yeah. You're a romantic.
Yeah, yeah. But
Oh, I love that.
I didn't realise how dehumanised the army had made me.
Yeah.
Man.
So
It's
even though
weird.
you're beautiful,
It's weird because you'd see like they call people civvies, don't they?
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
it's like a separate.
Well,
I don't know. It's like a.
yeah.
You look at people
Separate
that have
one.
civilization
Yeah.
that are outside of the
Yeah.
army
Yeah.
differently.
Yeah.
In a way, like I don't know. Would you say that some people did? I don't know if they do now. Look at people that are like civvies as like not as
absolutely
not on the same level. Like
yeah,
beneath.
I mean, yeah, because
Yeah.
and again, because of what you go through, and as I said, to even pull a trigger,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
have to can't be human.
Different mindset.
Yeah, mindset. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is, and this is what makes me laugh with Rishi and his national service. But anyway,
Yeah.
anyway,
The current government.
yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah. So,
Yeah.
so
I can't imagine my 14-year-old doing anything like going to. I
They wouldn't do it, do
This
they?
Gen Z generation
yeah.
of kids, like, not.
No.
I don't think.
No,
they're built for it.
and to be fair, it wouldn't be fair on them because now that the world has changed anyway, and
Yeah.
to be a soldier, you have to be of a certain mindset. I know
Yeah.
you have to be.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? It's when you have to be told you can run for 20 miles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think
have to have that
I think
resilience.
the biggest thing was, and I don't know how even now how, because like I said, after I left Cyprus, I went to Northern Ireland and toured the streets of Belfast, and every day you went on the street, you didn't know whether you were going to come back or not.
Yeah.
Was things happening to
Yeah,
friends?
Yeah. I'm a good friend of Lewis. He got shot, and
That's crazy.
it is. And you had believe it or not, you had a kind of sort of 3-week cycle.
Yeah.
1 week you would do training, the next week you would sort of have a rest, and then the week before that, you're going on the street.
Yeah.
And how often do you see your family though?
But 6 months tour again, you get 90 days or 30 days, and out of that 2 years. But the thing is,
What's going on the street? What's that? What does that entail?
So it'd be what we used to do. So Belfast, dare I say, was Catholic and Northern and Catholic and Protestants.
Yeah.
So our job as a peacekeeping force
Right.
was to keep the peace between the Catholics and the Protestants.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So the IRA, good IRA, and the IRA. So we used to go into their areas.
Okay.
So it'd be like a street, like going into Whitton, an estate like Whitton. So we lived in Whitton,
Yeah.
but we're based in Settler, but
Was there like a clear line?
yeah, clear line, absolutely.
Between
So,
where it was okay.
It was called the Shankill Road.
Oh.
Okay.
It was called
Yeah.
the Shankill Road.
It's
But
like a barrier.
yeah, no, it was a road, but it was there. It was an invisible line, but you knew.
Yeah.
Once you cross that line.
Once you go in there,
And that was a
yeah,
different
that was
feel.
a different
Yeah.
feel.
You could just.
You could get blown up. You could get shot at. You could.
Wow.
And so as I said, so every week or that 3 weeks, so you go
Yeah.
in there and you just. And but the thing is, you weren't allowed to say that you were scared.
Oh no.
No, listen, all of it. That's what I'm saying. You weren't.
But you all knew you were.
We all knew we were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you told anybody,
Yeah.
two things happen. One, a sergeant would either give you a clip round the ear
Right.
and say, grow up here of whatever
Yeah.
it is.
You're a man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or secondly, you would be letting your friends your buddies would think you'd be letting them down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you did come to action, because you're trained,
Yeah.
and your thing then is to react.
I guess if everyone's going, oh my god, like it's not going to create. It's going to create an anxious environment.
Exactly.
And it's
Everyone
not
was anxious,
gonna,
but then as soon as you got there,
it's like
yeah.
just try and
Yeah,
compose
you said,
yourself a bit.
Yeah, it was. And then you do learn. But what you do learn, and this is where the being dehumanized comes into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where your training comes into.
And actually a bit of acting.
Yeah, definitely a bit of acting.
Yeah.
Definitely back in those days, a bit of acting.
Yeah.
They were good actors.
Yeah, but and I think it didn't come to fruition till you actually heard it. And like I said, I got my good friend Lewis. He got shot.
Were you there?
Yeah. He got just patrol, going up patrol, come out of an alleyway. He went through one arm, hit his spleen, went through the side, come out, and you saw him. Then we put all you you did your little first aid bit till you got
Yeah,
got
yeah.
MA. But he said I've been shot. I said I'm all right. I'm all right. Anyway,
Yeah.
it's only until you go to see him in the hospital and you see all the tubes and that's when your fear factor come in,
Yeah.
and that is when.
You
That's
see
crazy.
what's the actual
that's
effects
crazy.
that's had on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
1 week, then another week we had a battalion that just came over because for 6 month tour,
Yeah.
and they used to seem to hit them harder.
Right.
Okay.
And honestly, Khan, it's with one time used to brains and all sorts, and
Oh my goodness.
yeah, but
Wow.
it's a smell.
So,
So you saw someone having
What
people that you knew that were in your
doing all that, then how was the pay? Doing
To be fair,
That's not a question I would have asked in that moment, Cedric.
no, to be fair,
Literally, this guy.
To be fair,
I'm curious.
No, we just took the Queen's shilling. I think it was 70s, man. I wasn't even thinking because when you're young, we're at 18, 19, you're brave, you weren't even worrying about money.
No.
And then
You were getting fed, you had a roof over your head, you were getting trained.
I
you
mean,
had,
But come on, man.
nah, but it wasn't about that.
Wasn't?
No, it really wasn't. I mean,
I guess you're a bit more patriotic. It's like,
Yeah,
I
it
want to
was.
do this
Yeah.
because I want to actually do something
you-
for my
yeah,
country.
Yeah, but you don't know because you're still learning.
Yeah.
You're still learning life. You know what I
But
mean?
another thing, El, is
Yeah.
everyone was like, as you say, the pays. Everyone was getting the same pay, or maybe there was
No. Well, you went up through the ranks.
Levels.
You know what I mean? So you got your corporals and your full corporals and your sergeants and your sergeant majors.
Yeah.
And the higher you went, the more pay
more you
got.
get.
But the pay wasn't that good. But then there were more responsibilities. So
Right.
it's like everything else.
Yeah.
Because in acting, we hear that some women they get paid less than men, and some kind of like people.
Oh yeah,
Of
well, there
colour,
probably
they
weren't many
pay-
women in the.
Yeah,
they
Probably
paid.
women in the army are probably nurses and
There were at the time.
what they were.
No, nurses. Yeah,
Yeah,
nurses,
yeah.
that's the only
And
time.
now you've got women that are going in the army,
army,
doing the
And
same
drivers,
job as all
yeah.
men.
Same job.
Yeah,
But they weren't allowed, at that stage, they were still not allowed to go on the front line, and especially
No.
joining the infantry. There's no
Really?
way.
No.
Because, I mean, our training for the infantry is really, really tough.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to carry a pack of 80 pounds.
do you think a woman could do it? Like,
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't put anything past any human being now.
No.
Because if you put your mindset, and that's what you want
can.
to do, that's what you
Yeah.
can do.
exactly?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I would not put any barriers on that sort of thing. At
Yeah,
all.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So if that's what they want to do, but again, you won't know it until you in combat or you see it because
yeah.
and remember that's there's way of looking out for PTSD and stuff. Was
Yeah.
have a drink,
Yeah, you'll be all right.
you'll be all right.
Cup of tea, you'll get over it.
Get over it, and then you're back on the street the next day.
Yeah.
And
Was it PTSD back then, or was it still shell shock?
Shell shock, PTSD.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, we know they're the
everything,
same.
yeah.
But back then, it was
Yeah,
like,
but
this crazy guy who's like come back from
Yeah,
the army.
yeah.
He's like, he keeps talking
and,
to himself.
And the thing was, then
Yeah.
after coming back from there for honestly, you then become like you think you're invincible.
Did you
because-
kill anyone?
You got to ask that.
I just wondered.
No,
Not directly.
I wouldn't know.
No.
Yeah, I would like to kill somebody. Yeah, but no. The trauma and the stress which
Changes you.
it changes completely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you just become.
You're a happy guy though.
Yeah,
You got- you-
but I'm only become happy in the last year or so.
Really?
2 years. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So how did that change you then? Because you were
got married.
You were a child.
Shout out to the missus,
That's
man.
lovely. That's so
You
lovely.
got married.
Yeah.
I mean,
But I mean, like, how did it change you coming out of the army? You were a child going in and coming out.
right. So my thing was,
Yeah.
right. One, you could do anything you want to do.
Yeah.
Just tell me wherever it is. Secondly, I don't really care if you couldn't go through that door. I'm thinking, okay, see you later. I'm
Yeah.
going.
Yeah.
So it was one of those things where because it just made you, you just didn't care.
Yeah.
But you cared, but you didn't care.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? So if you fell over, I would help you pick you up, but you know.
You lost a bit of empathy.
Yeah. Well, we didn't. Well,
Kind of thing, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah. You're like, I've seen worse than that. Like,
Yeah. You
get
know what I mean?
over it.
Yeah, and-
You've scratched your knee.
Yeah,
Like,
and that's
I've
because
seen
it was
people
drilled into
being
us.
shot.
They had a saying in dictionary.
Yeah.
They used to tell us, sympathy comes between somewhere between in the dictionary between SIHT and syphilis.
Wow.
Wow.
So that's what got. So,
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's
crazy.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's so.
Yeah.
For me, that was my
That's
motto.
crazy. I can't even imagine that because I'm a massive empath.
Yeah.
And that if someone gets emotional or starts crying, that's
Yeah.
it, I'm gone.
Yeah.
I would never been able to do your job as a counsellor. For me, not a chance.
Yeah.
I'm far too emotional.
Yeah.
Do you
What-
reckon, El?
Yeah, massively. If you start telling me something that's happened, like if you went in depth about that story, I would have been
haven't
here.
seen
like,
you cry, though.
What? Oh my
I
goodness,
haven't
I
seen
cried
it.
all
Okay,
the
okay,
time.
yeah.
All the time. So you think you lost a bit of that?
Well, lost all of it.
Yeah.
A
Really?
bit of it.
What, you just
Yeah,
were
it
like,
was just because
Crazy.
I mean I didn't cry. I didn't even when my father died. I didn't cry. When my mum died, I started to. Well, that was another crazy thing, right? So, my mum and my best friend,
Yeah.
Vinny, my mum died, and then on the Wednesday, we buried her. But my best mate couldn't make it because he done his Achilles.
okay.
Right.
On the Saturday, we watched because I'm an Arsenal fan and he was
Yeah,
a Man
yeah.
U fan.
Yeah.
Someone has to be.
Yeah. And we sat there. He said, "Look, I can't make the funeral, but I'll come round and see you."
Yeah.
And we chat. So on the Saturday, so we watched the game. He went home. The Sunday morning,
Oh, no.
his girlfriend, or partner at the time, rang me up and said, "You better come over.
Yeah.
He's dying."
No.
I said, "No way."
Just sit and watch the
You
game.
just-
a
yeah,
couple of
you
days
just
ago.
sit-
No. This was a Saturday, and this is the next day.
Wow.
This
That's
is the next day.
crazy.
And he was fine.
He
He was fine on that day.
I dropped him off.
Yeah, yeah.
Dropped him on phone. Where honestly, he was fine. He had an embolism to the heart, and
Wow.
so in a short space, I lost everything
All the people
At the
you
same
love the
time.
most.
that I had trusted the most.
Yeah, all the people yeah.
You trust your most.
That is a massive
Yeah.
thing
They
in
trusted the
people's
most,
lives.
yeah.
When all those
Oh, that's
key
crazy.
people that you can tell anything.
Well,
and you know they got your back no matter what.
and they keep you honest.
Yeah.
They keep you honest.
Yeah.
Because if I did anything
And
like,
They'll
were
tell
there.
you.
yeah, you tell you, or
Nah, yeah.
or they heard anything, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could go and say, look, this is what it is.
Definitely.
This is what happened. And yeah, and so but
was
with
that
it-
everyone?
So for me, that was I'd lost that.
Gone.
So
Gone.
how many of you, Lenny, in your
Family.
5 of us, but remember they're all away.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
luckily
These
enough,
are your close people
but
that you're closest to.
my mum
yeah
and because after my dad, my mum and my best mate Vinny, who we grew up with,
Yeah.
went to school together,
Yeah,
everything. She had everything, shared
Yeah.
the same bed, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was him. So so I lost. So in a space of a week,
Yeah.
not only had I become an orphan.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
I
I guess
did-
that's the way of looking at it.
Now, I wasn't, you know what I mean? I sat, and
Yeah.
that's the first time I've ever mentally felt suicidal or.
Really?
Yeah. But my coping mechanism was, and dare I say, I don't recommend it for anybody, but then you revert back into the army stuff.
right. Okay.
So
Yeah.
the kids were brilliant at school,
Yeah.
but at the weekends, I used to go up to anywhere and have a fight.
Really?
Yeah.
What, you'd have a drink and have a
That's,
fight?
that's why he's so fit.
Okay.
man.
Yeah.
Well, all the
see-
fighting.
You see him.
So would you get in trouble then? You
Well-
go at the
well,
weekends?
I managed to escape,
Okay.
apart from this once.
Right.
You go,
where I ended up in the police cell.
Oh,
Right.
But luckily enough, the police sergeant was an ex-army buddy.
So you understood?
cool.
So they were about to charge me,
Yeah.
which would have changed the whole... But at that stage, I didn't care.
No.
Yeah.
I
You
just...
were just on sabotage,
yeah,
self-sabotage.
I didn't care, because who's going to tell me what?
Whatever.
Whatever.
I've lost
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
everything now.
That
Yeah.
felt what at the
That's
time,
how you felt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that felt important at the time. You understand that now. You don't understand my pain.
Yeah.
No.
So
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it was a culmination of all of those years of having to, all that pain that having to hide it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Acting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just come out because then it was raw.
And then you lost everything.
Yeah,
everything
that was
for you.
Yeah, it wasn't about
crazy.
money. It wasn't about, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And
I
then
didn't
all the
care.
emotion just
Yes,
like.
yeah. Absolutely.
The floodgates opened.
Not being able to talk, you know what I mean? Not being able to talk to saying you're scared, you know, all of those.
Did you just break down?
Yeah. Because nowadays you could have a mentor and someone will come and support you and say, listen, man, you know, just pick yourself up.
But that's what the army does. And again, that's what the army didn't do. And they're doing better now.
Yeah.
But they didn't do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I thought I was strong enough anyway, because, again, you don't know how strong you are until you're
and you kind of, I guess, you're afraid to ask for help anyway. Because
I wasn't never afraid to ask for help, but I've never been in that position to ask for help.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then who do you ask for help for? You know what I mean?
Another thing,
because I had a partner at that time there, but are you going to understand my pain? Really?
No. You've not been through any of this.
And remember, what they did, you don't cry.
Yeah.
You remember them days?
Yeah.
A man don't
Man
cry.
up.
Man up.
Yeah.
Be strong enough.
Absolutely.
But then,
Crazy.
sport. What did sport play?
Right. So we jumped. Yeah. So sport. Right. So I didn't know how good I was.
Yeah.
So back in 84, 85, I think, was
Yeah.
the first time I realised how good I was. Only because, bless him, another good, he was a captain in the army, a major in the army, Seymour, bless him. He paid for me to go over to England to do the trials.
Okay.
Right.
100 metres.
Yeah.
Because I was army champion in Germany. We were based in Germany after Northern Ireland.
Army champion of...
Athletics, 100 metres.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Over in Germany.
Yeah.
So I thought, hey, this is...
I've got to go
So
back.
it
to the
started
UK.
from Germany.
Yeah. So I think you go, I was the big guy I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come to England. Now you've got the British Army, 150,000 people at that time.
Yeah.
Right. So
There's a few more people to beat.
Woo!
Yeah.
Because then I had to like...
Now you think I'm
Chris
like
Akabusi.
a little fish.
Yeah. No. But,
Chris Akabusi.
yeah.
Oh.
I had like a Chris Akabusi, Clarence Calendar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got there. And I didn't even make it out the third round of the 100 metres. And then, here am I, German champion.
No.
And you're going, how can I move that bottle of water?
Yeah. So I sat in that stand, and I said, that ain't going to happen to me again.
So what did you
Because I didn't even know to use starting blocks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
You know
no.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You weren't trained to do that.
Yeah. Well, again,
You just went, ready, go.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Didn't know how to use them properly, didn't know how to train properly.
Yeah.
No.
So I thought, nah. That had
But
not
did
been
you
happening.
think that, or
hit
did you
you, isn't
think,
it?
I'm going to do this?
No, straight away,
You
I
just
knew I
like-
was good enough
Yeah.
Yeah.
because with my raw talent and determination.
Right.
Yeah.
I might not have been good enough to get into the top percent at that
But you
time.
knew you were good
but
enough.
I knew I was
Yeah.
good enough. But I'm good enough to make the final. So I'm like this.
Yeah.
I have to go through stages
Okay.
before I go. So for my thing was not only, and then I didn't even make the army team, and them boys were having a lot of fun. I mean, you
Yeah.
got 2 weeks off, and it was just, and then they had the
crazy.
You're disheartened going,
the inter-surface championships, and I had to go back, and then I had to go back to work.
bless you.
Yeah, so I said to myself, so I sat there and I thought, nah. So I went back to Minden, where I was stationed, and I found a coach, Harry, absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
Mind track Minden. Ran for them, but he taught me everything.
Yeah.
And had a whole good winter's training.
Yeah.
Told me all the blocks, what's the name? Came out,
Yeah.
made the final. Then,
Yeah.
This is 100 meters.
So,
100 metres,
so
yeah.
what
100
place
metres.
did you come?
right, I've made the final.
Yeah.
Listen, so
I can't. I'm excited.
so that time, I finished second.
Okay.
To this.
That's okay.
Yeah,
That's good.
yeah, it
That's
was.
good from not getting in at
Yeah,
all.
but then I come so close
Yeah.
to this, my good friend Clarence Calendar, who had been run for Great Britain, but I nearly beat him.
No.
I nearly beat him. You know what I mean? Then I finished third behind him and Chris Akabusi in the 200 meters.
Wow.
Right, so I made the army team now,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is
You're
2
like,
weeks
yes,
of partying,
yay.
inter services, and then I thought, bloody hell, I come close to beating those guys.
Yeah.
Right? So, where's the next step? Where do I go from there? So, fortunately, I have a good friend of mine, bless him, he just had a heart attack as well, but he's well.
Yeah.
We then decided to join Ron Rod, who's the coach
Okay.
Right.
of Olympian Christie.
Okay.
Pretty cool. Name
Pretty
drop.
cool.
Oh, you've met a lot of
So-
good people.
so-
Just a
haven't
few
you?
people. Yeah.
So,
You're like, yes.
Yes.
This is good.
this is good.
Let's go.
And
This
like
is an opportunity.
Yeah, and like everything else, to be with best. You have to see how it works.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And how much hard work they put in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because nothing comes easy. You know what I mean? And like everything, there's strength techniques and technical stuff, and you know what I mean. But it's like most things. Everybody thinks 100 meters is easy.
Yeah.
But it's a lot
It's
of pressure.
not.
That's
So
that's
much
a lot.
training goes
That's
into
crazy.
that as well.
Yeah,
For that 10 seconds of your life.
The drive
or
out
whatever.
the block, the first 50 meters.
Yeah.
Then you learn to relax. And not,
Oh yeah.
you know what I mean?
I did the parents' race the other day.
She
Oh,
fall.
no, I didn't fall. I pulled a muscle in my arse. I can hardly walk. It's killing. I didn't warm up. I just went straight into it, and I was running in a dress. It was horrific.
You got to warm up.
I hobbled the last. He's saying I fell. Oh my God, he went arse over tit in the parents' race.
And that's
We've
what I
got a
always
video of that, Edma. We'll get that in here
I
somewhere.
fell.
And that's what I always wanted to do, parents' race.
Yeah. Oh God. Well, there'd be
I
no
always wanted
point
to
running
do that,
against you, would there?
So
There's a lot of training.
Yeah, so from there, then so after making the team, luckily enough, then was doing that. Then I just watched the Winter Olympics.
Yeah.
In Germany, 84, and we was about to get posted to Germany.
Right.
Wow.
So 84.
What a coincidence.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So the army team then was really good, but then they just had a big sponsorship from Save and Prosper.
Okay.
Okay.
Massive. The insurance companies and like, this is massive. It was worth money. And so at the athletics meeting, they were recruiting bobsleighers.
Nice.
Crazy.
That's the story I want to know about.
I didn't even know what this
now-
bobsled was
They were recruiting
until
bobsleighers.
Cool Running.
You know what I mean?
I came in here. I tell the team, I said, oh, guys, I'll go in touch with Lenny. The bobsleighs. They said, what's that?
No, I knew what a bobsled was. That is not true.
It's like, bobsleighs.
I've seen Cool Runnings.
It's like, there's a movie about the black people in Jamaica doing the bobsleighs. Come on, guys.
Yeah, that was a great movie.
And I just said, oh, is that?
So
That's
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
I said,
Because you're not going to get an opportunity like that living in Ipswich, are you? Do you know what I mean?
Well, no, you're not.
So-
we nearly did. Anyway, but that's another story.
Oh.
So after they found this,
Yeah.
yeah.
all right, so they recruited. And again, you got 150 people, 1,000 people in there.
Competition.
So what you did, you have to go through some basic skills. And I managed to make in the top 10
Yeah.
this time. So, because they're talent in there, but
Yeah.
there's only 4 people that can make a sled.
No.
You got 4
Yeah.
people.
Yeah,
two,
four-
like,
two
you
on the
know,
side, isn't it? Two on the side,
4 men,
yeah.
so you got 4 people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or a 5-man team,
Oh,
you have a
man.
spare man, so there's 10 people. You can have 2 teams.
Right.
So when I, funnily enough, because it was quick enough, but it wasn't big enough. Because those sleds weigh around about 200 kilos.
So you want more weight to
Yeah.
pull you down
so
faster.
the more weight you put in the sled,
Yeah.
Yeah.
The quicker it
quicker
goes. Yeah.
But to push that sled,
You need to be.
everybody needs to really around 90 kilos or
Yeah.
100 kilos in the 2-man.
So it's
Yeah,
very
so-
specific.
Yeah, definitely. No
Yeah,
two ways
yeah.
about it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
on the slate, sorry, Lynn, on the slate, going in there. So I see there's the person sit at the front.
Mm-hmm.
What role does the person sit at the front?
he drives it.
He
Steer,
drives
like
it.
a steer. Like a-
No, it steers it with. There's
actually-
There's a like a go-kart.
Go-kart.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it definitely is, and the pressure basically.
Oh.
So yeah, you definitely go on
Can't
an
even
ice,
work how
and
that
you
works
turn
on
left.
ice.
No, because there's like a toggle. You can imagine.
Yeah.
So you turn to go left, you pull it that way.
Yeah.
To go right, you go that way. But it's like you're driving your car.
Yeah.
But it's like if you go to around the
over
corner,
steer.
you end up over there or on your
So
side.
Ow.
you guys, you're putting your lives in this
And I bet it
person's
hurts.
hands.
Yeah.
Because anything when it's cold and you're hurt, that hurts so much more when you're
Yeah.
cold.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Oh, that ice.
well,
You can't like tolerate someone drives for you, isn't it? Can you
no,
imagine?
I'm so motion sick.
Really?
Yeah, I have to drive everywhere.
She has to drive.
Yeah, I'd have to be the driver. So
Well,
I'd have to
that'd been good, yeah. And it is. And to be the best driver, you have to take risks
yeah,
because you're talking about 100 per second there now
yeah.
to get down to the bottom. You know what I mean? At 100 miles an hour.
So from 0
God.
to 60.
Yeah, it's like 50 meters.
They're a break.
No way.
That's what the
way.
That's what the man at the back does. But you can't.
They-
You don't break until the end, though.
Right. No. Let's go like this.
I'd be tempted. I'd be like, I'd be like, you know, when your child's going, you're going too fast.
The driver can't touch. The driver can't touch the brakes.
Yeah. Let's go this way. Let's go this way. We started with the first
he's
guy.
the driver. Yeah.
So he's the driver.
Yeah.
And then the one sit next to him.
Yeah. Again, he helps. The 1 and 3 and 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Helps push us and forward.
Like they run at the side.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
2 and 3.
Yeah. So you have to
one's not a runner, or one is a runner.
You
have to all run fast.
You have to.
Yeah.
Because you've got 50 meters to move that. Because it's timed, and if you got a good start time, the quicker you finish, and it all multiplies over the seconds and hundredths of seconds. Yeah. So the quicker you can start, that first 50 meters is so important.
Yeah, definitely.
And I was fortunate enough that we got to go back for the first time in 20 odd or 30 odd years and took my wife to see how bobsleigh.
So cool.
And she couldn't believe it. She didn't believe it.
Did she have a go in the bobsleigh?
Well, we'll get
there in a minute.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there another year. But even I couldn't believe how mad it was.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And
has it changed?
Well, no, it's still the same.
Yeah.
And it's still, but it just
you just forget.
Yeah. You just forget.
You're like, I can't believe I did that. Yeah.
So towards your when you started,
where are you?
I'm at the back.
Are you?
I'm quick and strong.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm quick and strong.
And then when you came about to be selected, because you said you had to go through a process.
Yeah.
And I just when I read your bio, you were like the first black person in there.
Yeah.
And
I would have been if I'd competed in Calgary, I would have been the first black man in a Winter Olympics. But my other colleague RF, because he competed in the 2-man.
Got in there first.
Got in first. I hate that. But I didn't know. I didn't know that. But
that's still a pretty cool legacy, though, isn't it?
So you had to fight, like.
Yeah. Well, again, to be fair, you have to lift stronger, run faster. So and there's all that process, which was good.
You're right.
Because then you know how to get there. If you said to me, so to beat you, I had to beat you over 50 meters.
Okay.
So it's like a little mini decathlete.
That's the thing.
So
the beginning.
You got the first. You made sure you got the 3 strongest or 4 strongest people
as the runners.
So.
But you're not running like running. You're bent over running.
Yeah.
Pushing.
Like you're bent and pushing as well.
And it's downhill.
Yeah.
Honestly,
all the knees.
Honestly, but the adrenaline and how quick it is.
Pushes you.
And we have to show. I have to send you some videos of it so you can actually.
I want to see
I'd love to see it.
Yeah. We'll send you some videos about how. So from there, having made the team,
right.
And to be fair, I just wanted to make sure that. Back into the army doing all that work.
No. Yeah. You've done your stint.
I've done my stint. So for 10 years, I've done my stint for 10, 12 years.
That's a good innings.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, but I must admit, and I do have massive gratitude to the army because that's
opportunity.
Giving me not only the opportunity, but paying me while I was still competing.
Wow.
But I was representing them as well.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? An Olympian, you know what I mean? Going to my first Olympics in '88, Calgary.
Yeah.
Woo.
That's amazing.
But I can imagine the respect you've gained.
Again, but it's kind of surreal because I've always been one of those humble people. See, I think anybody can do it, but I don't realise that not everybody can do it.
Right.
But as long as you're given the opportunity to do things, so I think I've never been one of those ones where it's only now I'm looking back and it's kind of surreal, like doing this. I mean, I've done a lot of things, you know what I mean, going on TV, meeting 4 prime ministers, the Queen, you know what I mean, going to music awards and meeting Michael Jackson, and you know what I mean, you know what I mean.
Oh my goodness,
you know what I mean, and
is that my favourite singer of all time?
Yeah, absolutely,
ever.
Yeah, you know what I mean, and having good friends in Monaco, you know what I mean. It's
what a life.
But it's that I've always been humble. I mean, I don't want to say it, but
I think people should be though.
Yeah, it is.
I say this all the time, but we're all humans.
Yeah. But I've never been one. I've never been, and I think that's why I've still got a lot of friends, a lot of good friends, and because And the saying for me is the fact is the higher you get, you have to come back down at some
Yeah,
stage.
at some point.
And if you burn your bridges on the way back down, on the way up,
Yeah.
hey,
Definitely.
you never know.
Yeah.
You never know when you need somebody.
And as a sports
everybody needs
person, it
somebody.
just takes a very small incident
Yeah.
to ruin it all.
Yeah. A click. That's
It's
it.
gone. Yeah.
Click. It's all gone. You know what I mean? Anything.
There's a saying in South Africa say, "Don't wee on the tree," because you never know. You'll need that, the shade.
Yeah.
Because weeing on the tree, you kill the tree.
Yeah.
If you wee on the tree, you kill the tree, and you'll never have that the shade.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
sense.
Never
Funny
burn the
way of saying
bridges.
it, but yeah. I like it. Yeah.
No.
So did the athletics help you to get to bobsleigh?
I was doing both at the same time. Again,
Yeah.
I didn't know how talented I was. So from the age of 28 to 40.
Both, Lenny.
Yeah. From the age of 28 to 40.
But that's craziness.
I know.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. So in the summer I would do athletics.
Yeah.
And in the winter I would bobsleigh.
Yeah. But then I guess you can't just give up, can you, in the summer? Because you're going to, or the winter.
Well, no, because again you have a break and then you train. But I could have. And again, all I wanted to do was run for Great Britain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go to Barcelona, which I should have done. But again, something subjective again.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that's
that
a
was
lot,
92, yeah. If not, I would have been a summer and a winter Olympian.
Wow.
All right.
92. So 92 was Norway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I have to check, yeah, Norway.
Amazing.
Yeah, Norway.
Love that.
And I thought I'd done enough because I was never at the top 6 in Britain.
Right.
Or top 8. Always made the final.
Yeah.
And if you take 8
Big
people,
up to you.
It's
amazing.
If you take 8 people even for the relay,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was quick enough.
Yeah.
Cool, Lenny.
But as you said, somebody.
I think
Yeah.
so. Oh, we
You know
spoke
what I mean?
about
Like-
Yeah.
gatekeepers, man.
Sometimes it's like a who you know thing, or
Yeah.
like some people not wanting you to
because
have
of the
those
age, and they're
opportunities.
thinking, well, to take that younger person, and
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Again, I get it,
Yeah.
but
But you
I
were still
beat
good.
that younger person.
You were still good.
Really.
Yeah, you know what I mean. You beat that younger
Wow,
person.
yeah.
You know what I mean. So it's one of those sort of things where, like,
Yeah.
even like now, I mean, the English football team, you know what I mean, leaving behind too. But you take who's ever there that is current.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? And not the what ifs.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were good.
And
there.
there's always going to be that, isn't
Yeah,
there?
I mean, and that judgmental way,
Could've,
and you feel,
would've.
yeah,
Should have.
should have,
Yeah.
And if it didn't work, it didn't work. But
Yeah.
you at least
just gotta make
at
a
least
choice.
I mean, I've never ever so 92. I decided to quit athletics and just
Right.
concentrate on bobsleigh.
Yeah.
So, and again, after going to my first Olympics, and you got a 4-year gap.
Of course. Is that
Right, yeah.
is that like an all year round training? Like you're doing
Well,
it constantly?
the season. By that time, the season used to last from, I would say, September to March.
Yeah.
Yeah, because traveling to all over the world.
Yeah.
But you're still training in the
you're
meantime.
Still, you're still training, but your main bulk of training is done in the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So your main bulk. So after I come back in April, so April, so May, June, July, you have a little bit of rest, but then you start focusing in on not
So
only keeping your place in the team, because you then have
Yeah.
to.
Because someone always wants your place.
But minding the thing that Olympic Games is 4 years away.
Yeah.
Right.
So the first year after Olympic Games is fantastic.
Yeah.
You're elated. You're
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
You watch. The second and third year is one you have to watch yourself and your mindset
Yeah.
and everything.
Because you think I've got
Yeah.
loads of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're still competing.
Yeah.
But other people are coming along now.
Yeah.
Younger,
okay.
fitter, stronger,
Faster. Yeah.
So, and remember, you have to try and make that 4-man team or a 2-man team.
So mental-wise, where do you think you have to be?
Well, again, mentally, I was always strong because confidence was. I think the army and everything else did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you have to have belief in yourself.
Right.
That's
You know what I mean?
it.
You know what I mean? Because
That's it.
you have to have belief, and it's all about learning as well. But
Yeah.
one thing for sure is because of my athletics background, they were never going to be quicker than me. So that was my advantage.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
love that confidence.
No, you know what I mean? Now,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
No.
Now,
You've got the
Come
double
on, man.
whammy.
Shout out
Yeah,
to
yeah,
that.
yeah.
You
know what I mean?
Yeah, keeping that confidence.
it's never going to if I can
You make someone else doubt themselves, then you've...
thank you.
Yeah.
And if I could beat nearly beat Linford and run against Carl Lewis and Ben
Yeah.
Johnson and all that, and then you're going to come along and say you're going to test me, okay?
Definitely, it's a lot to do with the mind, isn't it?
It is.
Without a doubt.
And as I said, I'll give you a quick story. When my first time I ran against Ben Johnson, he didn't know who I was.
Yeah.
Right.
Everybody knew who Ben was. So
Yeah.
anyway, I'm there. I'm putting my blocks, getting ready to, focused. You know what I mean? I want to, Anyway, he comes along and picks up my blocks and chucks them.
Right.
I said, "No, I want to use these." I said, "What are you doing?" Because he didn't know. I said, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
He just told me, "Mom, I just wanted to beat him up."
Did you?
And remember, this is like 5 minutes
I've
before
just
the
put
race.
them there.
Yeah, I'm ready to go. I'm focused and
Yeah.
ready to go.
Put them back.
Yeah. He said, Anyway, we put him back. And now, all the time before the race, I'm thinking I want to kill him. Next thing you know, the race is about to start. And my concentration is like, oh no, it's that
What an arsehole.
Yeah.
You're dwelling on that situation.
I finished third and I looked at him and he just laughed. Because he didn't know, because he didn't know who, and I've never been in that situation before. And because I didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't know who I was, so he had to get into my head because it's like.
And it worked.
So, it's like
It put
bringing
you
it
off.
down,
Yeah.
taking you off from
from your concentration.
concentration. Innit?
Well,
She's in.
if you allow it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what the
yeah.
boxers do, isn't it?
Yeah, and it wasn't.
Yeah, I guess so.
You sit in a call room or waiting room like how we are there now.
Yeah.
8 people, 8 lanes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And until you got the experience to blank everything out, you know what I mean? And not put in, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't got my favourite water bottle or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is that again. That,
You have to literally be in the
yeah,
zone.
absolutely.
You have to be tunnel vision.
Yeah.
So what happened?
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, we were laughing. We ended up good friends. So it's like,
Oh,
you know,
good.
yeah. No, but
Good.
again,
I wanted to know what happened.
No,
I thought
but-
you waited for
Did
him
you ever beat
outside.
him though?
No.
No, I mean, did you ever beat him in a race, not beat him?
No. Ben was too good. No. Like I said, again, see, the thing is, again, one of the things that made me decide was that physically and strength-wise and speed-wise, I could match them.
Yeah.
But technically, I could never match Linford, for instance.
Okay.
And the Carl Lewis, because they've been doing it from juniors and stuff. So
Yeah,
technique and the technique and the pressure, because like I said, I would get out in front of Linford because we trained together. So I knew where his weak points were.
Yeah.
But instead of technically, he just got the 60 meters.
Yeah.
And so it's who gets to their speed the quickest and then can hold on.
Right.
So it's like driving your car.
Yeah.
So you get there and you got to hold on. But then you're thinking, oh, where is he?
Yeah.
And then you see the stride, and it's all about technique, is it?
Yeah.
And that comes over all that experience.
But you
know,
see that with Usain Bolt, don't you?
Yeah.
Like he has his set off is slower.
Yeah.
It's further back. But he just has that.
acceleration speed, and he gets it to his top speed a lot longer.
Yeah.
I think
He maintains it.
I think
Yeah.
the legs have helped him.
No, it does.
Long legs.
It does.
Yeah,
But
the legs
technically, again, you have to go through
Still gotta be
juniors.
good.
Yeah, you have to. And you know what all kind of pressures are. It's like your job. You know what I mean? If something happens, you know what I mean, the mic falls out or whatever, you're cool about it. And you know how to say, oh, but the mic, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, And that's what happens. 'Cause technically, when they're in the business, they're in the business. So, and I thought it was much more chances of winning medals in bobsleigh than athletics.
Yeah.
So you were being realistic with yourself then?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I could have been good. I could have made teams. I could have tried making teams.
But I want to be the best.
Yeah, and I want to win medals. Because, you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Medals,
definitely.
Yeah, you want to win medals. You know what I mean? And it was one of those sort of things that
So you had a conversation with yourself.
Yeah.
You took yourself to your corner.
Yeah.
And say, listen, Lenny, I'm talking to you now.
Yeah.
And you have to listen to me.
And plus, doing athletics and doing the winter is hard. And trying to maintain your physicality and your mental side and injuries.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I mean? And plus, I was kind of a lot older by injuries as well. So, lucky enough, you have good physios and what's name, but you don't want to push your luck, as you said.
Yeah.
So who did listen?
It just takes that one thing.
Who did listen? The Lenny that you spoke to, when you sat him down and said, listen to me now. We got to do one thing.
Yeah.
So did
that
Lenny listen to you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
What did he say then?
Like he said, listen.
Yeah.
Right.
Take us through.
You're never going to beat Linford. You're never going to make an Olympic final.
All right. Okay.
So our reality is, and the fact is, you could make a team.
Right.
and wear a vest and and be proud to run. But realistically, when it comes back down to history and you look at medals, where your name going to be?
You want to be up here.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I knew I just wanted to be one of the best.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I was speaking to my wife. The only regret I had was I should have done 5 Olympic Games, and I could have done 5.
Really?
Oh, right.
Was it that you felt like you were too old?
No. I just didn't want it. My drivers were good enough, but the new set of drivers were like not there yet.
Yeah.
Right.
And bobsleigh is hard.
I can imagine.
It takes a lot of pain, a lot of training.
Yeah, and a lot of guts.
Yeah.
As well.
And a lot of crashing and a lot of everything.
How does physical or...
Yeah. Bumps, bruises.
Yeah.
Because they've got to get it right. As you said, like I said, when we first started up, it was like Fred Carnell's army going down there. We were banging this, crashing there.
Wow.
My first, one of my teammates thought he was dying when we first crashed. Screwed up.
I bet.
Because when you crash, you don't know you crashed.
You don't really know what's going on, I bet.
No. Yeah. And plus, my first ever crash, and again, bless him, I got 80 stitches in my knee.
From the crash?
From a crash. Jeez. And again, I didn't feel it. I stood up. But lucky enough, I was in Switzerland and the doctor and it didn't do no damage. So stitches. And again.
But does it put fear into you then?
No, but I just wanted to get back into the team.
Yeah.
You know, because they were going to America.
Oh,
like Placid. Yeah. So I went, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You're always seeing these like bonuses.
You know what I mean? I just wanted to get back. You know what I mean? I didn't want to be out. You know, I just wanted to get back. And plus, I didn't want to go back to work in the army.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
No, you know what I mean? I didn't want to
You're looking for all the ways out,
exactly.
all these opportunities.
I didn't want to go sit in trenches. You know what I mean? Even that time there.
Yeah, this is much more glamorous life.
I would have got promoted.
80 stages you go.
Yeah.
Jesus, man.
Yeah.
And you still feel like I want to do this.
Yeah,
no matter what.
Yeah. No two ways about it. That was all part of the sport.
Yeah, you are crazy. I think I would have been scared.
No, again, I think maybe, as I said,
you're crazy, Lenny.
No, the army took it out. As I said to you.
Yeah, that emotion.
I met my wife 8 years ago, and like I said, got married 2 years, and then I slowly become dehumanized.
Yeah.
Taught me how to be like now.
Human again.
You're right. It is crazy.
Yeah. Especially as you've been back and seen it, you're like, what? I was doing that.
Yeah. It is crazy. Yeah. There's no two ways about it. You know what I mean? It is crazy. There's no way that I am surprised what human beings can do. Yeah. But again, as you said, that mental strength. It's a mental strength and mindset which carries you to do anything. I mean, I can still think I'm Superman. But I
think when you're younger as well, you have less fear, don't you?
Yeah.
Definitely.
You're right. Yeah. But I think and your goals, you have less fear.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you know what I mean? You do. But when you start caring and got a heart and in love, you start caring.
And things to lose.
And I think that's what happens when you have children. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It puts a different perspective.
There's something else to lose or someone else's.
It's like my grandchildren now, man. It's like, I look at it in that and then I'm thinking, wow. You know what I mean? And you know you'll do anything for it. And you don't want to do anything risky anymore.
Because you want to be there for them.
Exactly.
For them,
Yeah, so
your priorities change.
It's kind of like you see yourself into them.
Yeah. And I mean, you want to give up. You
want to kind of like as a grandfather, you want to protect them and say,
exactly.
don't do that.
Yeah. So and you know what I mean. So it's that sort of thing where you change it.
And you didn't have that then.
Nah.
So you were just like, hell no.
Hell no. Hey, listen, book. I mean, like I said, everything was back there.
Yeah.
You like me. You want to go with me?
Whatever.
You dump me? All right. See you later. There's plenty more fish in the sea.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go crying.
No, crazy.
But it's a good mindset, isn't it?
Well, I don't know if it's good for a good mindset maybe as an athlete, as someone.
And they're all selfish. All athletes are selfish
because you always want to win and be the best. It's all very me. This is I want to be at the top. I want to.
And you sacrifice a lot to be me.
Yeah, because
you train a lot as well.
Well, I remember all the Saturday nights I stayed in and
there's no going out getting drunk with your mates and having a laugh down the pub
and which you could do.
Yeah,
but not
if you want to be the best.
No, exactly. Training on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Wow. Yeah, especially Winter Olympics.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Can't take that day off.
No, exactly. Training
No.
Christmas Day.
All the
when everybody's
sacrifices.
in there, running in there, the pain. No, so yeah, it is. But as it says, made a good step.
But with a lot of achievement, Lenny, how many medals have you won?
Yeah.
We're at about 120.
Excuse
Wow.
me?
About 120.
Sorry?
100,
Yeah,
about
I've
120.
probably got similar in my.
No.
No,
I
I
ain't
don't think I've got
one.
one medal.
Yeah, but again, you got medals for your show. You get
Aw, that's
no, for
lovely.
me, no, you got medals for your show.
You
Yeah,
need to get a
Thank
fist bump
you.
on that one.
Okay.
Yay!
yeah. No, again, it wasn't about.
120, Lenny.
Yeah, but
That's
it wasn't
crazy.
about the medals. Again, and it's about achieving whatever.
Yeah.
It is. You know what I mean? It wasn't about.
It's like a memory of look at all this stuff
and the
I've done.
thing is, the other thing I was doing it for, obviously, was to make my mum and dad proud. 'cause
Yeah.
that was it.
Which
That-
I bet they were.
yeah, absolutely. Because and that's the thing. That's the thing why you do things for.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean, there weren't a lot of money in the sport, even though you know what I mean. And
Yeah.
you had to come up and work, and we was working and training. You know what I
Yeah.
mean. Sponsorship came along later on.
Yeah.
I mean, now, I mean,
Yeah.
Did you get some nice free trainers and stuff
Oh
like
yeah,
that?
yeah. Oh yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Did you get sponsors though?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
I was sponsored by Converse, Adidas.
How much? How much?
Ain't about the
This
money.
guy's obsessed with the money.
You know, yeah.
How much?
But just, you know you've made it when you're
Yeah.
getting Adidas and that going.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But
Oh,
I
did
think
you get the
I think the
Yeezys?
biggest thing for me is when, like, again, as for memories, is how they remember you. Because, like I
Yeah,
said,
yeah.
I went back to Germany. I ain't been there for, well, it must have been about 30 years, the last race I had there.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I took me, I was still treated like royalty. And they remember Len.
Did they?
man.
I love
Honestly,
that.
yeah, it was absolutely well. You know what I mean? It was,
Yeah, yeah.
and I ain't seen these guys, and the new generation that was there. Remember?
Brilliant.
They,
Yeah.
they
That's
remember you.
amazing.
Yeah. It was.
El, do you
Yeah.
know how many people respect this guy?
Oh, it's probably quite
in
countless.
this town,
Yeah.
I went through all the Caribbean people to find you. Seriously,
single one.
Every single one.
Yeah.
Prophecy
Yeah.
I love that.
linked
yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a cool guy. Cool guy.
I went to Neville. I went so many people. I went to.
You've named two, Cedric.
I've named two, but there's.
Remember, it was
I
my-
can't remember their names. But the whole town. When
Everyone
I went
knows
through
you.
Lenny, so much people respect you.
Yeah, no, and
bet.
again, and that's one of the things that we want to do, especially for the next generations coming up
Yeah.
and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, like Snow Oasis
Yeah.
was going to be massive here, but COVID.
Oh, really? Yeah.
we were going to have the biggest winter complex in Claydon, and I was
Yeah, I remember all this talk.
Yeah, it was there. I went to we went to the last council
Where the
meeting.
lakes.
Yeah.
Where the lakes are, yeah.
Went down there, all the plans, everything ready to go. Then COVID hit.
No.
Yeah.
Honestly, it would have been because every winter IOC was going to come down here. We're going to have the biggest, one of the best ice rinks, bobsleigh. Every winter sport was
That's
going to come.
crazy.
And to be fair,
It was all in place.
all in place.
Yeah.
and it would have been,
And were you a big part of that then?
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because
You have to, Lenny.
see, the first time some council members tried to put a stop to it was because they found some newts.
Some what?
Grade newts. You know these.
Oh, okay.
What's that?
Well, they're protected.
Yeah.
Like,
Newts.
and they're not. They're a newt. They're like frogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the thing is, they weren't even local. They weren't even local to the area.
He'll eat them
We
in
eat them.
Africa.
We was just pick them up and say, okay, they're good or not.
But they weren't even local to the area.
Oh,
So somebody put them there.
no.
What, you think it was a ploy? Or?
Yeah. 'Cause
Really?
They didn't want that. Then
But this is
we
mad
shipped
crazy.
We shipped. But you're dealing with three different district councils.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the thing. Then, because Claydon because the train station was going to be put back into Claydon.
Wow. Yeah.
Train station, hotels built, the infrastructure would have been
Perfect.
brilliant.
And the space there.
And the argument, and I said, because I took my World Championship medals and everything,
Yeah.
I said, listen, I was born in Ipswich.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been fortunate to even try that if I weren't in the army.
Exactly. That's what I was saying to you before.
How much people could have had the opportunity? And I see so much talent around.
And
to even have a
it's
go.
because of where you live.
Yeah.
To even have a go. You know what I mean? So how are you going to deny these youngsters? Look, you could have PE lessons. You could have and you were going to bring all type of different
And
stars.
more support. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, Suffolk, bless Ipswich Town, but everything's about football.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, it is.
You know what I mean?
Let's be
Especially
famous for
youngsters.
something else.
Yeah. And especially the youngsters. You know what I mean? Bless our heart.
But it's not for everyone.
Absolutely.
Football's
And
not for
another thing
everyone.
that-
Give us something else.
But have a
Another
go.
thing, it brings diversity as well.
And I can you see them on the skateboard parks, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You see,
You're like, I know there's talent
there.
here.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Then you could have done aerials and stuff like you
Never
see.
even
when
thought
you-
about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You see all the talent around.
Yeah.
And the development, but just have a go. And that's
Yeah.
the best time to get them when they're young. 'Cause
When they're young.
when you go to
No
Switzerland
fear.
and you see these little ones skiing, 3 years old skiing past you.
Amazing.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
And
They're just not afraid of anything.
And it's all about technique. Once you
Yeah.
got the technique in there, then you know what I
And
mean.
learning it young
Yeah.
is, like you said, with Linford, that's so important.
So important.
That is
So it
crazy.
comes second nature. Then the pressures and the mental, the other side, they can be
That
taught
bit's
there.
already been taught.
Yeah.
So now it's just speed, pace,
You know what I
strength.
mean? And then mentally you just start focusing in on how can we do this? Do you want to be a winner? Can you be a winner?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So so it's all that psychology and stuff that we didn't have, we had to
Yeah,
learn.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As you went through it, because it wasn't allowed.
I think we're one of the people who are privileged to have Lenny. As
Oh,
well.
without a doubt. Yeah.
Because with the knowledge that he has given us,
Yeah.
and with the luckiest thing that we have, he's showing us his medals.
And sharing them with us.
Yeah. And, to be honest, I would,
I don't think I've ever met a
Yeah.
gold medalist in my life.
And four-time
An
Olympian.
Olympian.
Four
Yeah.
times.
I've never
Four
met
times
an Olympian,
Olympian.
never mind a four-time
Four
Olympian
times.
in my life.
And you know how much hard work to get there 4 times.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Kindly, please, Lenny, explain.
I can only imagine how much hard work, but I don't know.
Please
No.
explain this medal for
Yeah.
us.
Right. So our
Which
first.
side? Which side?
Right. So if we start from there,
Yeah.
that's when we finish second
It's
in the
not
world.
ladies first.
All right.
It's not ladies. No. Start from me. Lenny.
He loves it.
No ladies first anymore.
He's
Right,
an
so-
attention seeker.
So that was when we finished second in the world.
Yes.
Overall in the world. In the world.
Hold
That
on.
big one.
This one,
Cool.
Lenny.
Yeah.
Okay, this one here.
Yeah.
All
That's when
right.
we finished
Okay.
Second in the
We
world.
should have finished runners up, but my driver, he crashed and we missed out on the race. So
Oh.
that's over a serious period of races.
Yeah.
My army medals, right.
This one.
Yeah.
The army medals.
Yeah.
Can I pick it up?
Yeah.
Yeah. This one.
Yeah, so that one there.
Yeah.
You got Northern Ireland, a UN medal in Cyprus, my long service and good conduct, and the Queen's Jubilee medal.
Wow.
But the originals I threw away
Oh.
What?
because I was just because the army didn't look after us. I don't think the army looked after us as a veteran.
What?
Oh, really?
No, it's
Okay.
Yeah, it's not. But you spend 22 years in there.
So
and
what, you got
organise-
these made?
You can't get replicas,
Okay.
and they're better for when I go to dinners and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
But as I said, sometimes in your life you reflect on things and you're thinking, well,
Could
it was
have
a
done
part-
more.
Yeah.
Could you have done more? Could have done more?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's one of those sort of things. But
Yeah.
now I realise that's why I got them back. I got made some replicas and a little come back in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I'm happy with the army now.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course.
Yeah, and being a veteran and stuff, but and all of with the D-Day and everything else like that, and all's gone before me, and it makes you realise, yes, I chose to go there.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, this is a good story as well.
Okay.
Right, so I am now a veteran.
We're on this
You
one
are a
now.
veteran.
All right.
You're a veteran now.
Yeah, but I want them to
He's
finish
too
that.
aggressive.
I'm
You're
too
not
aggressive, right.
listening.
So
Yay! You're not listening now.
I'm so quick to know what to know.
yeah. Right. Anyway,
He's got a story.
So these are one of the stories I made me angry with our government and stuff. Right. So
Yeah.
I'm now 66. Right?
This one,
No,
yeah.
forget that one. A minute.
Oh,
right. I'm
forget
now
this
60.
one.
Listen.
I'm now 60. So I can get an army veteran roll card, right?
You can.
Okay.
Free
Yeah.
gym.
No, 31%.
Stuff like
Yeah,
that.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So I went to British Rail and said, I want my army veteran roll card and my veteran, because I'm 66.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Said, no, you can only have one. I said, why? It's not my fault I went to the army.
Yeah.
And well, so and you could give me some, that'd be extra discount, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
At least 60%, isn't it?
Yeah.
And we don't use the train that much, but they said you can only do one. Anyway, I'm vexed with that. Then the other,
I can tell.
and I'm speaking to my MP about that. And the other thing that has annoyed me and vexed me.
Yeah.
Right, so I can qualify for a bus pass now.
Yes. Are you allowed one?
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
good.
No. Can you imagine look at how fit he is?
He's that he can run there quicker than that bus
he
can
can
take
beat
me.
me.
I don't care. Anyway, so
Yeah.
I'll try and get on the bus. You can't get on the bus before 9:30.
Why?
What?
Because you're a pensioner.
What?
Exactly.
But I'm up at like 7:30 and I'm
Thank
not
you.
a pensioner.
Exactly.
Yeah, like,
So I said, you know what I mean? I said, what do you mean I can't get on the bus before 9:30? That's another one I'm taking up with whoever wins an MP.
yeah.
But you can't, exactly, like we're prisoners. You cannot get on the bus as
Yeah.
a pensioner before 9:30. Now, if I had a hospital appointment and wanted to get there
Yeah.
and use the bus, 9:30. And then you have to come back. You can get back before 11, but I can't use it at 5:30.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Are you using the bus just because now?
Yeah, yeah. I'm going there and eat my fish and chips down the road, and just because.
Yeah.
I'm going to go anyway. But anyway, I just wanted to digress on that. Right, so.
Yeah, I love it. Look, we're all human beings. We can be annoyed by things. It's good to get it out there. Yeah, like you say, there's an election soon. It's important. People know, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
You should be able to get on the bus when you want to.
Yeah, exactly.
What is the point?
Yeah.
Like we're prisoners.
Yeah.
You know what
It's
I mean?
because that it's obviously rush hour.
Well,
so.
forget rush hour. We had rush hour all our life to get to 66.
Exactly.
Come on.
Yeah, you did.
That's not an excuse.
Exactly. No, not at all.
No, exactly.
Not
No,
at
if I
all.
would- you
You've
know-
worked hard.
We want a little privilege, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Of getting there. And it's not as though you're getting it free.
Yeah.
No,
And you
you've paid your
deserve it
taxes.
because you've paid your taxes.
Yeah,
exactly.
You've been there. You've done it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can't get on the bus before 9:30. I'll tell the driver. Anyway, so
Yeah.
this
that.
one in the middle.
Hopefully you'll put in all the hard work. So when I get 66, I can get on the bus whenever I want. Thanks.
Exactly. And you
That's
should be able
brilliant.
to. You should be able to.
Stop laughing at me, all right?
I'm
With
not-
this one, all right?
Okay. This has got nothing to do with 66.
No, my
Yeah,
age.
okay,
Right.
yeah,
So
yeah.
this is my. I've got 2 silver European medals,
Yeah.
and my second one is in the museum in Duxford, War Museum.
Right.
Very cool.
Yeah,
Very cool.
Yeah, I think that's cool as
To
well.
say your medals in a museum.
Yeah, Duxford War Museum with one of my
Wow.
Olympic vests and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
they belong to you.
Go to school trips and stuff like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're taking them there.
Yeah. Look at my medal in the War Museum.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I give them that. So yeah, so there's 2 European silver medals, and again, when you got to realise at that time when we was bobsleighing, you had 3 Russians, 3 East Germans,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and to be part of that, so yeah, it's one of those ones in there.
Yeah.
This one here is when we won the World Cup in Italy.
I love this.
Yeah,
This
I
is
lo-
very
yeah,
cool.
that's
Hey, this is cool,
Yeah,
man.
it is.
Yeah.
We had the fastest start, and we won our first World Cup medal.
Amazing.
I know. I mean, and we're a nation. Remember, and the thing is, we don't have a bobsleigh track.
No, literally, I think that's
Can
why
you
when
imagine that?
that's why when people say bobsled, I wouldn't have the first clue,
Exactly.
like how to. It's just
no.
not something we get an opportunity to do.
No.
Yeah.
But now, obviously, we're trying to progress in there. We've got a training centre in Bath, which I was part of developing. And
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so now it's in there. So the information
Yeah.
is there.
Yeah.
But it's just spreading it out. Yeah. So
Spreading the word, yeah.
Spreading the word. Yeah, as I said. Yeah. So that was one of the proudest ones and now that track was one of those ones where, because you know about fear factor.
Yeah.
Fear factor.
Fear factor. I
That was
know,
one
but-
of the that's one of the tracks that scare you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
that-
really?
Yeah.
Lots of
it's good,
turns.
Yeah.
Lots of turns, concrete banging, and a lot of speed. That was one of
Wow.
those tracks where if you didn't drink, you had a drink at the end.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Even through training, every
Yeah.
morning you broke up with bruises and stuff. It
Yeah.
was like that, and one in Lake Placid, which we one of that. There's 2 tracks that were scary. Yeah, Lake Placid, and there you know, again another amusing story.
Yeah.
We're in Lake Placid training.
Right.
Our driver, because it wouldn't use me straight away because you keep your best ones for the races, and so if we're training,
Yeah,
we're
of
training
course,
all
yeah.
week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, he was going through bricks. There was one corner where he couldn't really handle, and it was an innocuous corner. It just kept flipping straight over. So then the rest 16, the
And does
rest
that,
mile,
like,
just-
does that
next
damage your bobsled as
Yeah,
well?
next mile and a half, they were on their head.
Oh my
Want to go because
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
downhill. So
Oh.
anyway.
Yeah.
It was me and another guy, and he's starting to run out of drivers now. And you know that acting. Anyway,
Yeah.
he goes, we was at the bottom of the track. He shouted for my name and the other name, and they said, boy, I think you should go, you know. I think you'll be a little bit better than me at this one.
And you're going, hang on a minute. Not yet.
I said to him, nah. I said, no, you go. No, I'll go. No, you go. You go. Anyway, he went, I just went, yes.
So you're pretending like you were doing him a favour. No, I think you should go, yeah.
So, yeah.
But deep down you're going, I really don't want to do it.
It was one
But
of those.
now he knows, how you really felt.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah. So that was.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how much practice do you get on these?
Right. So you get. You're there for a week, so you get.
It's a course. What is it called? A course,
track, yeah. So you get there the first week. You get 3 days practice.
Yeah.
And then 2 days racing.
That's crazy. So like if you live there and the teams that are there practicing on them all the time, they've got an advantage.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's when that's when your equipment comes in and the better athletes and stuff
technique,
like that.
speed at the beginning.
Yeah. So that's when
Physique.
it comes.
Yeah.
So and now these guys are like make me look. They're like giants. They really are. Like I said.
And it's so serious.
Yeah. But and again, I think that's one thing that.
Whoa.
That's one thing that the Brits we were really good at, because when you know you're gonna have fun.
Yeah.
You got to have fun, because.
Yeah,
you can take it serious on the race day, but you know what I mean? So we're laughing and joking, we're playing our music, and then it was even better when the reggae boys come in, like the Jamaican boys. And I first met them.
Did you meet them?
Yeah, I first met them in with Dudley and those guys, and we were good friends. I first met them in Austria in 83, 84.
Oh, wow.
Before the Calgary Games.
Yeah.
Lovely.
And how weird was that for you?
Well, it wasn't for me, because I was new as well. So we was at a bob school.
Okay.
A Bobsleigh school training and trying to learn the sport. And then obviously I left and then went back to my team, and then they got the qualifications and come on the track. So I already knew them when they were
starting out.
When they're starting out. So it wasn't
That's cool.
But the rest of the world,
it was alien.
Yeah,
like, what?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It was, you know, I mean, the East Germans and especially like you said, East German, wasn't it? You talk about not having seen anybody in winter sport.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. So never mind bobsled.
I
wouldn't have done it.
No, you don't like the cold, do you?
I wouldn't have done it.
Like I said, I'm not particularly glad of the cold, but again, you might have, again, it all depends. It depends on mine.
Yeah, but I'm
He's
not crazy.
fast. You're
like
quite a
you.
fast runner, though, Cedric. You're quite fast when you're not falling over.
I'm very quick when it comes to the start, but I'm very easily.
And that's called speed endurance.
Oh,
yeah.
Thank you.
I have not got that, and my bum still hurts.
But you have it, so you can build it.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
Are you still fast now?
I believe so.
I'll beat you.
Oh,
no,
do you know this
I'll
guy?
beat you.
This guy says he'll do things.
I'll beat you.
I wouldn't want you to go to the hospital. Your show's too good.
I'm African, Lenny. Trust me. I got that thing. I got that. You know.
I know. But there's a reality as well.
You just told him your weakness. You just told him that you're not.
Exactly.
You can't maintain. He's talking about 20-meter run.
Exactly.
20-meter run.
Then I'll beat you.
Oh yeah, to the toilet maybe. But anyway. So, and we do need a lot now anyway. But anyway, as you get older. So, and the third one we finished third. But, and to be fair, we are and were the most successful team, British team that have had since Nash and Dixon. So,
wow.
And that was back in, I don't know, even I should know the history, but
that's something to be so proud
of.
Absolutely.
And I'm from Whitton.
Yeah, I mean, do you know what? Someone's from everywhere, but like you're from Whitton, you wouldn't imagine.
No, and people have to, you know, if you know Ipswich and you know with the background, you know what I mean.
Where are the opportunities?
Yeah, you got Ed Sheeran, you know what I mean. So you got Lenny and Ed Sheeran. You know I'm in that bracket, but
Not. Why not?
Why not?
Why not? Has he got an Olympic medal? No. Do you know what I mean? Like this, this is the work.
But it is, and I say that's why I say sometimes it's kind of surreal.
Yeah.
I do look back and even have to dig out the medal sometimes. But it's only, again, I think it's only realization when you go back and meet the other guys and you know what I mean, you're thinking, like saying when we have an army reunion and stuff.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because I think that's what happens with a lot of athletes, and they trying to change it, find a career from then after that.
Yeah,
It's
that
very
must be hard.
Being even a footballer, you know what I mean?
It is.
80,000 people working when you walk through an opening ceremony.
And then all of a sudden you got to go do some plumbing or something.
Yeah.
It's different.
It
Your
is.
life's different.
KFC working.
Yeah.
Whatever.
No,
It's just different.
it is. And I think what's happened, and I think COVID even emphasised that, we don't talk to each other. You don't know what anybody does anymore.
No.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I love talking to people.
Yeah.
And most people do.
Yeah, and they do, and everybody's got a story. Everybody's got a story, and
I love that.
And it's surprising how everybody's so connected. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But whatever small little thing it is, they're all connected.
Something connects
Yeah,
us.
you know what I mean?
And
And that's what I loved, especially about sport and traveling, and that does it for you. That interconnection and talking and and once you make that, and that's what makes you know what I mean, me so happy. The fact is, you're talking, you start that conversation, and that little bit of sunshine, that little bit of happiness, that smile, you know what I mean? It's, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
And I feel so, because again, because of COVID, they say COVID, but I mean, you've got two generations now who ain't even gone to their proms, man.
No. Didn't actually get GCSEs.
No.
All that kind of things.
It really affected them.
And there's got to be payback somewhat, you know what I mean? It is real, and it says with mental health, I mean, you know what I mean, that mental health side of it and things that, you know, it's a real,
huge
and
now.
it's massive. It's
A lot of
massive.
people-
It's a massive
Yeah.
climate now of kids that are just so anxious and afraid to do anything and socially awkward and they just don't know how to communicate with
And
people.
they've got so much talent, you know what I mean? But they're then that
but
scared
it's
to go through
hidden.
the door. Yeah.
You wouldn't know.
No, you wouldn't. You know
And
what I
as
mean?
you say, Lenny, a lot of people don't talk. They don't speak out. They don't.
No.
If you need help, you don't say it.
But that's mad because there's more help out there.
Thank you.
But they're not
and they're
actually...
recognising it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we know how to get there from A to B now. You know what I mean? You ain't got to worry about C.
I
You know what I
We
mean?
have gone back.
I
We
need
have
you
gone
to
back,
help me.
definitely. Go on.
Can you help me, please?
Of course I can help you.
I want to be a 100 runner.
100-metre runner.
Yeah.
How old are you now?
52.
Yeah. Okay, we'll leave that one. Anyway, as we were saying, I think your colleague needs some mental health here.
He just said I need mental health.
No, but hey, there's a reality.
Hey,
There's
look,
a reality.
I love that you've got hope, Cedric. I love
We
that
won't take away your hope. I will not take away your hope. But yeah.
you can still be stronger and fitter and faster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But and again, to be fair,
But against
where do you want to go?
18-year-olds.
Where do you want to go?
I want to win the medal. Like
I'm not
you.
sure you-
No. Well, to be fair, they do have veterans races and stuff.
Do
It
they?
might be good enough. Yeah, you
I
never know.
don't even.
Oh,
Yeah, they have. Yeah, so,
I think he might be just humoring you a little bit.
No, if you're serious about it, we can train him. But again, if he can last the training. Anyway.
Right, before we finish it, we need to get on those ones. Those two ones at the corner there, Lenny.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
those two,
Right.
please.
Can we see it? Can we see these pictures? Yeah.
Yeah,
Right,
those
so
two.
that was our army one. I say Save and Prosper. That was our first Olympic Games in '88. So
Yeah.
that was back.
Can you point it out, El? Yeah.
This one.
Yeah.
Yes,
Here.
ma'am. Yeah.
Yeah, and the one behind L is hopefully once I manage to talk to anybody and everybody and finish up, that'll be my book cover.
Oh,
Wow, your
you're
book.
writing a book as well.
Well,
You're coming back, mate.
I'm trying to,
You're coming back.
we've got everything in place and all the. But again, it's like finding
Time.
It's a Steve Redgrave.
Yeah.
It's permissioned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it
I
is.
didn't realise
You have to ask people's permission if you can talk about
Yeah.
them in your book. Yeah, of course.
it's weird.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say anything bad.
I'm sure he'd be cool with it.
Yeah.
But
him
it's
and
like,
Linford and
it's just one of those
but
things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need those little antidotes and those conversations.
Yeah.
I mean, that what made, when you share a room and this will happen funny and...
Yeah. Is it okay if I let everyone know that?
Yeah.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
It's the world has gone crazy now.
Well, again, I think it's a trust issue.
They're
And-
mates,
yeah.
aren't they? They're mates. So
Yeah.
for you, they'd be fine.
Yeah,
But it's
yeah.
just getting in touch with these people and making sure.
that's- and every time you remember something, you know what I mean? Like my good friend in Prince Albert in Monaco, you know what I mean?
You got friends in Monaco.
And that's a beautiful place.
Oh,
I mean,
you got friends in Monaco. I wanna. You
Well,
gotta
King
teach
Albert.
me. You gotta teach me Texas, man. I wanna know how.
So you've travelled the world. You've
Yeah.
been an Olympian
Yeah.
four times
Yeah,
over,
four.
and you've had this amazing life. And now you've come back, settle down, and fall in love, and you're now romantic.
Yeah, absolutely. I tell her I love her every day.
Yeah,
Is
I love that.
Every day.
I love that.
Every day I wake up.
man.
And to be fair, sometimes I don't even believe I got a wife. I'm that.
Lovely.
It's.
See, I'm nearly crying.
No, honestly,
Don't cry, please.
love it. No, honestly, if all the stuff that I've done,
Yeah,
Why
that's
hair?
been my biggest achievement.
Why hair?
that's amazing.
Why hair? Why
That's
hair?
beautiful. I love that.
What's so special about hair?
Don't say it like
No,
that.
I tell you, I can tell him exactly why.
Yeah,
I trust her with my heart,
yeah,
and that's the biggest thing.
yeah.
Because if you get heartbroken,
Yeah.
I think you go down. I don't care. It's
Everyone does, don't they?
you know what I mean. It is,
Yeah.
and it takes a long time to repair.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You were heartbroken when you lost all those people that were so close to you.
Yeah, but
It's
again,
different, I
it was
guess,
different. But and again, it was different because I didn't realize it at the time.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? Not like now.
No.
I wouldn't even know. Being a Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my
Yeah.
wife is my kryptonite, man. If
Yeah.
that happened, I wouldn't know.
Shout out to the wife, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to the come on, man. Shout out to the wife, man.
Definitely.
Yes,
no two
man.
ways about it.
No.
It's changed the outlook. I mean, I can cry. I can. What's name? I can.
Yeah.
You find that thing in life when
That other part of you.
That
Yeah.
I was happy. Don't get me wrong. I
Yeah.
was happy. But I didn't realize how unhappy I was till you find happiness.
Yeah, and I always say that. See, hang on. It's added value.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like when you're in a relationship or when you're not in a relationship and you meet someone, if your life is the same with them, then it's what's the point? If your life is worse, then what's the point?
Yeah,
if
absolutely.
they add something to
Add
you that you
value,
didn't
yeah.
know you even
Yeah.
needed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, and you're absolutely.
That's when you're like,
it
wow.
was, and it was that, and it was that,
Yeah.
and every bless him heart. I mean, I don't mean this in an derogatory way, but all the rest didn't bring anything to me.
No, but
Yeah.
there's
And
always
it's fun.
someone
But
for
it does-
everyone.
it does
It
happen.
doesn't
Well,
always work out.
And you're right. You're saying there's someone there for everyone. You're right, but sometimes it may not just happen.
No.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
It takes time.
yeah.
And to be fair, also, I think when you meet that love of your life, having a life before and being through things in your life, that you've gone through, and also meeting people and maybe not loving them in the way that you do
Should,
her,
yeah. No, I didn't
makes you
think that, yeah.
appreciate
Yeah. No,
what you've got
see,
and
the
who
thing is,
you've got.
To be
Yeah.
fair, I did love them,
Yeah.
but I knew it wasn't there.
It just wasn't.
Nah, it
wasn't
wasn't.
the
It wasn't.
Not
I'm
the
going to
one.
run through that wall.
There was not that
Not
source.
the one.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
one.
You
The
know,
source,
that's-
the sparkle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
that
Yeah.
way you wake up every morning, you just
Yeah.
But
I've
love
got a
is
beautiful
beautiful.
First
Yeah,
thing
it
you
is,
think
it is.
of
Love
when you
is-
wake up, last thing you think of when you go to sleep.
I mean, and to be fair, even when she disappeared for 2 weeks to go and see her grandchildren, I was lost.
Yeah.
I just missed her so much.
Yeah. Oh, I love
No,
that.
no, honestly.
You're a big, strong guy. Your heart now
No, yeah.
is soft.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
I've always been there that way, but again, I think, yeah.
You let it out
Yeah,
now.
let it out. Yeah, I can
But
let it out.
he looks
Yeah.
healthy, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's
Well, so you're still
strong.
keeping yourself
Lenny.
fit.
Yeah. We just come back from the gym.
Yeah.
Lenny,
Yeah, we trade together. And again, I think, as you said,
with respect, man, look at my one.
well, you've got time.
No, come on, look at my one, man.
Look
Let
at
me
those
see yours, then.
muscles.
You've got time.
Oh,
Lenny doesn't even have to flex.
Oh,
His are just there.
You got time.
pumped.
come on,
You got time. You got time. Ain't about all about
Cedric's
all
always
about
trying
the
to beat people up as well, aren't you?
Ain't about the muscles. It's all, you know what I mean? Get on with the muscles. It's all about you. As long as
Yeah.
you're happy with you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm not sure I think you. I'm not sure you are.
Because sometimes you look in the mirror. You gotta look in the mirror and say, yeah, because not everybody can be like everybody else.
Yeah.
Right. Let's do this then.
Yeah.
Let's dive in. The greatest runner of all times, in
Ever.
your mind, who would you say?
It doesn't matter if it's short distance, long distance,
Nah,
whatever. Just the greatest runner.
Because I've been in. Because
You've been there.
yeah,
You've done it.
Yeah, and I think for pressure wise,
Yeah.
wow. See, it's hard.
Come on, Lenny.
No,
it's
it's
not
hard. It's
hard
hard.
for you.
No, it is
Nothing
big-
is hard for you, though.
Because
Life or death. You've got one person that can run your race They're the same as they were when they're at their peak.
See, that's the trouble. At their peak, you don't know. It's like saying, because one of my greatest heroes is Muhammad Ali, you know what I mean? So, and Mike Tyson, and you know, so it's all.
Nah, I'm not gonna take that from you, Lenny. I'm not. Man. I'm not gonna take that
because I looked up. Like I said, to me,
Yeah.
because I looked up to him and I trained with him and I know how hard it was.
Yeah.
It was Linford for me.
So
You
for
know what I
you,
mean?
Linford.
Yeah, because and not like
Greatest
these.
of
What
all
about
time.
Michael Johnson though?
Yeah, again, and so Americans, which are Americans anyway. But what I'm saying is,
Americans are Americans.
but what I'm saying, and because I think maybe because it's more personal. Because to win a European, Commonwealth, Olympic, and there's 4 there. European, Commonwealth, Olympic, and there's one more.
Oh,
Anyway,
you're the pro. You're the pro.
Anyway, to have that kind of
Yeah.
and not duck races and stuff, you know what I mean? It's and to go in the longevity, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I said because it's more personal than the fact of knowing him and living with him and seeing him, you know what I mean?
And know how hard he worked.
Yeah.
And being beside him when you could see his technique.
Once he managed to get over that mindset of beating Carl Lewis.
Yeah.
Carl Lewis,
That was, you know what I mean? Because that was his nemesis.
Yeah.
Carl Lewis.
What is yours, El? What is yours?
What's my what? Nemesis? You answered the best runner of all time.
You see how Lenny, come on, you see who I work with.
All right, so who's the best singer?
The best
Greatest singer of all time, do you think?
greatest
Singer.
singer.
Yes, please.
Singer. Voice. Oh, voice is hard, but singer. My favorite is Michael Jackson, and you've met him. Of all time ever. His music, his passion, his drive, his performance skills, the fact that he's so different. Every song is good.
And music plays a big part in athletes' lives. Massive.
Does it? Is it like a rhythmical running
not
thing?
even that. It's just for training, for getting up, for mood,
preparing.
You know what I mean? So you know what I mean. So like I said, it is. I'm glad my wife's quite musical as well. We've got the same taste.
Yeah. What kind of taste do you get?
Our genre is massive. I mean, I'm into the grime and but
Really?
Grime.
I think it's poetry.
Yeah, it's poetry.
It's poetry, and how they can. Because I mean, we were brought up with Tipper Irie and those guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But again, it's poetry. But I'm definitely a reggae man.
Right.
Yeah.
My love is rock. Got to do that.
I thought you do rock.
Well, I did. I did like Genesis, and I saw.
Genesis.
Yeah.
That's soft rock, isn't it? Though, yeah, like Phil Collins.
Yeah. But in Austria, which did, I'm trying to with the bat. I'm trying to think of their name with the Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
Saw them before at the free concert.
Wow.
So again, I think music is the key to life.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It can bring people together.
Yep.
It can take, and the good thing about it is when you always got that sad song in there.
Yeah.
When you're down, you know what I mean.
Drive it down.
When you know what I mean. There's something happening. You know what I mean. There's all that sad. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
But
music for every occasion.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah. So as athletes, that's what we were. I mean, when we'd roll down the track, and it's quite funny how
Did you start off with like a Walkman?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like with
that's
a
what
tape.
they do. The tape.
Yeah.
And rewind. Play.
And then in the end we thought, we just took our box and we'd blast.
You're running with like a big ghetto
No,
blaster.
we're bringing that.
Crazy.
We're taking to the changing room.
That's me imagining you. Go.
We're taking it in the changing room.
Yeah.
And warm up, and we put on our music. And
Brilliant.
Just disturb everyone. And but
Gets you going though.
it
Gets you
does.
going.
Yeah. Well, everyone's trying to concentrate.
Yeah.
Oh well.
And not everyone likes everything.
No. So yeah.
Like, turn that off.
Yeah.
Lenny, we just we as TheMic, we want to say thank you, man.
That's all right.
Thank you
it's a
so
pleasure.
much.
No, it's been.
And actually, we want to ask you with respect, please can you come again for us?
Of course, because
Especially when you've got your book.
Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
Especially as we only gone halfway through it.
Yeah.
And there's so much more to talk about.
Yeah,
it's time
of
up
course.
already. I'm not finished.
We've been recording for 2 hours now.
We'll get
Really?
the beers in now.
Yeah, 2 hours just gone.
Really? The 2 hours?
Yeah, 2
Wow.
hours. Got the time in here.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
I know. It's
Yeah.
mad.
That is
Madness.
Yeah.
But it's so good to be in your presence, though.
That's 2 years, 2 hours of fantastic company.
No,
Oh, thank you.
No,
Thank
it really
you.
is.
That
No,
is so
we've had
You're
such a
a
laugh.
really great. You're a great guy.
No,
Great
it's a
guy.
Really, really laugh, man. It's just been,
Yeah.
no, because
I mean, 2 hours is a really big
Yeah.
2 hours.
yeah.
The saying, "Time flies when you're having fun."
Yeah.
It does though. Because I just sit here.
You're
we just
gonna be
sit
in
here.
trouble, you
I'm
know.
in trouble all the
It's the
time.
Father's
Yeah,
Day.
well,
He needs to get back to your husband.
I'm always in trouble. I always get into trouble myself.
And
But you know,
but
he'll see this and he'll appreciate it without
but the
a
good
doubt.
thing is, you know, we just don't want to be, you know, somebody we know. We want to be close as you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We want to, you know, when we have, you know, family meetings, problems and everything, I would have wished we could come to you and get advices as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be there for us, you know, guide us.
Yeah.
If that's all right.
Yeah, no problem at
Yeah.
all.
You
Again,
know.
it's like everything else. We're all brought on this earth to help.
Yeah.
And for me, I've been blessed by God now, even with my beautiful wife and things, to know I learn more people. Every day
Yeah.
I learn something new and try to help each way I can.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And as I said, experience. It's all about
Yeah, of
experience.
course. Yeah, it is.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
You know, I've been on TV shows and what's name, and this has been one of the best.
Oh, I love that. I love
we
that.
are one of the best.
No, definitely.
Yes.
No, you are.
It's
Absolutely,
real.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I've been on BBC.
Oh,
all
man.
sorts, you know, and
We are
Oh, you
one
might
of the
make him
best.
cry.
From Lenny.
You might make him cry.
game
Is he beating you up again?
shows. No, it is. And,
Yes.
and we're local.
Yeah,
It's-
it's important.
yes,
like
sir.
you were
Yeah,
saying,
yeah,
you
it
know,
is.
opportunities. It's so
yeah.
important
And
to
then the
have
youngsters
people
there
that are
get
close
to hear
by.
this and they go out there and, you know, we're spreading the word, man. It's just one
Yeah.
of those sort of
Yeah.
things where I'm always there. I mean, I was a great mentor at high school, and even paying her back now, because one of my students, she was on the BBC TV.
Yeah.
She's in the King's Horse Parade.
Yeah.
Wow.
And she
Yeah.
she texted me. She texted me yesterday. And
To say thank you
To say thank
because
you.
you inspired her to do that.
Yeah.
And so, if you were to give any words of advice to people that want to do anything, I mean, not just be an athlete or do something to the level that you've done, but if anyone wants to pursue anything in their life, is there
Hold
some
on,
advice?
Em. Hold on.
No, I'm doing it now,
Hold on.
Cedric.
Yeah, hold on.
He-
We always say
Yeah.
people who younger.
What's
like
that even
us.
mean?
Like
Younger?
Yes.
People who are younger like us.
Yes.
You've got any advice for someone?
No, again.
You can forget that part, man.
Yeah, if you've got any advice for someone as young as us.
Again, I think the biggest thing is not to have any fear.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yes, you might get knocked back, but find out why you got knocked back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because then you know you can go back there and do it again better.
Yeah.
If you don't know what you're going to try to achieve, or what, I don't know how you're going to get there, just ask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, you will get knocked back, but ask why you get knocked back, and don't have the fear. There has
Yeah.
to be another door that you can open.
Yeah.
Has to
Stop
be.
being afraid.
Yeah, don't be afraid.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it is. I think nowadays
stops people doing
Yeah.
You know what I
so
mean?
many things they wanna do in their
You know what I mean?
life.
Even going on holiday.
Yeah.
people just don't do
You know what I
things
mean?
because they're scared
Yeah.
of flying
Go
or
on, yeah.
somewhere new or
Somewhere new. Just
Yeah.
even go on a holiday. I mean, holiday is the easiest thing to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got one life. Go be an
Live it.
adventurous. Yeah, you have to. You really do. You know what I mean?
That's really good advice.
That yearly holiday.
Yeah.
Take your family, go. And then the friends you meet from there. And then
Yeah.
somebody else. And the connection, because we're all connected.
Yeah.
The whole world's connected. As they say, by something or the other.
yeah.
We're all connected, but
But don't be afraid.
right, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't understand the people. I understand it if they've got fears or stuff about it, but to say to stay on holiday, you work all your life, not
Yeah.
even leave Ipswich.
Yeah.
For me, or something.
There's a big world out there.
Yeah, it is, and that's what we try to encourage all the kids when we're in the high school and stuff. Because obviously, when we was there, listen, education is the world. The world's your education. You know what I mean? And between 16 and 30, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
But once you get to 30 and 25, that's when you have to knuckle down.
Yeah,
You know
definitely.
what I mean? You know, so please just do not be afraid of seeing or trying or even asking. You know what I mean? Even tasting different food. You may not like
Just
it.
do it. Just give it a go.
Give it a go, yeah.
Just don't be afraid.
Yeah.
I think we spend way too much time worrying about the thing that we do takes such a short amount of time.
The what ifs.
Yeah.
What if this?
Just
what if
do
that?
it. Just
What
give
if
it a go.
Wait until it happens, and then we can work.
Yeah.
Then we can work out.
Worry about it later.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is the same. Ask my wife.
I love that. I love that. Don't be afraid. Just give it a go. Just
give it a
try.
go.
Yeah.
It's good to.
It's
a good way to end the show.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
I love
Really?
that.
It's
a good way to end. It's a good way to end.
Thank
I
you
just
very
got
much.
a little gift for you, and you can do the blurb.
No, I'm not doing anything, El.
We just got some flowers for you, Lenny, just to say
thank you.
we appreciate you now. You're here on this planet now.
Yeah.
We appreciate you now. We're not going to appreciate you later when you're not able to share
no,
your
and-
amazing stories. But thank you so much. There's some flowers for you.
No, thank you very much, El.
So thank you so much.
Come on.
It's been an absolute pleasure. Absolute
You know,
pleasure.
I'm going to give it to my loved one once.
Yeah, that's fine. You can enjoy them. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much, Lenny.
Thank you
The
very much.
first.
Yeah.
Lennox the
Thank
first.
you.
Me want my dad, give me to my wee. Me want my dad, give me to my wee. Me want my dad, give me to my wee.